we could do inside baseball while we're chatting.
Yeah.
No, so there is a normal streaming setting. Then there's like what we're on, which is like low latency, and then there's like a new one that's like super low latency. That's supposed to be the most like close to real time live chat thing.
Hey.
Like you know, what they're seeing to what we're actually doing.
Right.
But it already moved us down one, which I don't know. Has anyone ever like gone back and looked at the archive? I mean,
They look fine.
okay. I mean, I'm just wondering if maybe we should go back up to the other one for more quality. I don't know.
It's such a static image. It really doesn't even matter.
True. All right.
I mean, look at us.
Yeah, that's right. Who wants more, more definition when it comes to us?
Really.
We want all the D's.
You don't want to see my pores, y'all.
I might want to see your pores, Chuck.
You don't want to see my pores.
Chuck.
I got an oily T-zone. You wouldn't.
Show me your...
Oh, show me your oily T-zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you put those strips on?
Yeah,
and
do you get
yank
some
them off?
Biore?
It's got all the black.
I do, yeah.
Biore
particles.
All the blackheads. Just rip them right off my nose. And sucks them all out of my face.
Oh.
Sweet.
That's good, I guess.
There's a tweet.
Oh, sweet. I will tweet that.
Out of my
Sweet.
Sweet cheat.
I'll retweet that.
Sweet tweet.
We got to talk about how he enters the room.
Retweet.
Well, they just moved shit again, didn't they?
Yes, they redesigned the whole YouTube. It's all fucked.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
I like when things are fucked.
I gotta find all the buttons and shit again.
Buttons and shit.
Buttons and shit.
Butts.
And shit.
They go together like peanut butter and
Butts.
shit.
Oh.
Well.
Yeah, you meant... Yeah.
Yeah.
You meant that.
Yeah.
Butts.
And shit.
Butts. They're where poop comes from.
They are. That's so
if you're
true.
ever intimidated by somebody, just remember.
They poop.
They poop.
Everybody poops.
And they become way less intimidating. Because you're like,
Sometimes.
haha, you make goofy faces when you poop. And that person's like, I do not. And you go, prove it. And then they have to poop in front of you. And then...
Yes, they have to, by law. Present feces in front of me upon my gaze.
I mean, this isn't Nom Smokey.
Yeah.
There are rules.
You got poop.
Yeah, it's the rules of engagement. It's like, if you're going to talk shit, you better be willing to poop.
Literally, if you're going to talk shit, you better
be
be willing to
ready
poop.
to show shit.
That's right.
If the glove don't
Or else
fit,
you ain't shit.
If the glove don't fit, you better be ready to shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Shitting ain't easy.
Yeah.
But it sure is fun.
It's shitty out here for a pimp. Where is that? There's that tweet. Click, click. Retweet. Retweeted.
This is the villain's third appearance on the BMFcast.
Really?
Are they all Sedaris movies?
No.
Oh.
What was the other one?
He was in The Quest.
With,
I missed
Quest.
that one.
And he was also in Dragonfight.
Oh, was he was one of the smarmy executives, right?
Wait, this wasn't Kane from the last one?
No, I meant
no,
the,
it was Kane from the last one. But...
the Asian guy.
Oh, that
the,
guy.
The guy with the diamond.
Okay. That villain. Spoilers, Chuck. Jeez.
Chang.
Shang.
Chang. He has a million credits. Somehow we've only done 2 things he's ever done. 3 now.
Sedaris also directed an episode of Kojak.
Yeah, somebody tell the Discord, or I'll tell the Discord. I have somebody tell
What?
us.
I have no ability to do that.
I'll attempt to.
You're gonna at everyone?
Maybe. Where is it? There it is.
Get out of that chat and get into this chat.
Get out
Yeah.
of that chat.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Get into this chat. I will steal the link from the Twitter.
Beep beep. Ooh yeah.
Wait,
Cat.
Where's the how do I link?
Really?
It just shows up as a picture. Ah! Fuck!
What'd you do?
I don't know.
What
Fucking
happened?
computers and shit. Oh!
What happened?
God
man?
damn.
Do
What
you
have
want
you
me
did?
to post it in the Discord?
He is literally into like the.
I'm into the fucking Matrix
Tell you
now.
what, go back to the chat or go back to our live stream.
Okay.
What have you done? What's
just
happening?
copy that
You
link.
done? Yeah. See.
Yeah. What have you
done?
done?
What have you done?
What have you done?
What did I do?
What have you
I
done?
don't know.
The large.
Hey, at
What have you
everyone,
done?
get your asses to Mars.
Hashtag hey guys.
Come get in this chat. We gonna talk about titties.
The scientific term is boobs.
Yeah.
Or
the medical terminology.
Yes. I believe the term you used last week, Chuck, was waggle your hooters.
Yes, that's the
Like
ding,
a
ding, 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 ding.
goddamn fucking animal. The hell's wrong with you?
That's what happens. That's the sound they make. We heard it tonight when Julie Strain was walking around. She jangled her rooters.
Yeah. With Colin Trevorrow, I wonder if they saw Book of Henry and were like,
They made that exact voice. And I'm sorry. Is he over there?
you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Take it easy, man.
You take it easy. Tell me what to do. I'll kick your ass.
Oh, all right.
Oh, whoa.
You want to go?
Whoa.
You want to go?
Strife on the... As Weird Beef returned with a new target.
I need to have weird beef with somebody.
Yeah,
We've just seen
TJ's
three.
not here,
We've
so
seen
you
each
have
other
to
3 days in a
antagonist.
row. It's too much.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Man. You guys talked about the faculty.
We did,
Yeah, we did.
and we banged on some plastic instruments.
Yeah, we banged.
Banging.
Yeah, right on top of plastic instruments.
I'm sad I missed it.
We laid ourselves a pot.
I was out buying water.
They should have called Houston. They have plenty.
It's not drinkable.
Oh,
It's non-potable.
It's very bad for you. Do not put your mouth on it.
That's sewer chemical water.
oh,
It is. It is sewer chemical water.
It tastes like shit.
It literally does.
Oh, that comes from butts.
Yes.
It does come from butts.
I hear everyone does that.
Butts?
I've heard there's a book about it.
Yeah, everyone does butts now, Chuck. With their mouths.
Oh, that's... No. Don't do butts with your mouth. It's bad.
It's true.
No, that's bad.
You got to get woke.
I don't...
Yes, the definition of woke.
is doing butts with your mouth.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you're not into butts with your mouth,
Yeah.
you're a part of the establishment that keeping everyone down.
I mean,
Jesus.
obviously,
Obviously.
it's woke AF, as in
Yeah.
ass fuck. I don't know, with your mouth.
Woke ass fuck.
Woke ass fuck with your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I hear people are into now or something.
What? Being woke or butts?
Yes.
Woke butts.
Hey, bartender. Joe Boo needs a refill.
Why don't you go get yourself a refill?
I'm gonna.
Yeah. Just get yourself a refill.
I'm going to drink that cold, refreshing water. Wow, that tastes great.
Did it?
I hope we still have some after the hurricane hits.
Water?
Yeah, that's why everyone goes out and buys water.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm lucky my wife panicked a day early because I was able to get plenty of water. Apparently they sold out like immediately after that.
Yeah, we bought a bunch on Saturday.
Yeah. Couldn't buy plywood. Couldn't buy panels to cover windows and stuff. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Best you can hope for.
I'm just going to stand by the window and push it so it doesn't get shattered in.
It's a good
on
idea.
me.
Nothing.
It's also pretty cool. They have like some kind of weird screen, like for people, like, you know, rich people with lanais and stuff on their house.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a screen that it was pretty cool watching them fire 2x4s at it.
Yeah.
And just over and over, just these 2x4s hitting it at like 50 miles an hour, and it bends, but then it pops it back out.
Oh. But
Yeah.
those are for rich people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whereas they fired it at a window that didn't shatter, but it basically had it just stuck in it like a windshield.
That thing.
What?
I can't see it. It's right in. No, not that. Fucking- Why would they want that?
It's Spudnik.
I wasn't even
Everyone
here.
wants Spudnik.
But wasn't even here. Don't know anything.
He's
Like,
so
it's
cute.
like WCW to me.
He's so cute.
There, see? Now it's in the shot.
Yeah, what is the latest on it? Evan's saying Jacksonville will be missed. But of course, we always get missed because we're like inside this curve of the Earth. But like actually how the coastline goes, we're like furthest inlet west.
There's two ways it's going to affect us, if possible. One is that
it's going to rain like a motherfucker.
Well, no, where the estimated point is now, everyone seems to be saying, and from that point, it's going to take a 90-degree turn and go straight up the coast, which means we'll get the outer bands of it.
All the spaghetti models.
Or it's going to keep going into the Gulf and then whip back across, which means we'll get it coming through the other side. We're not going to get a direct hit by it because we're in this weird
It's almost
protective...
impossible to get a direct hit here.
Yeah. It's like we've only had almost two.
Yeah.
And Dora was just a dick because that one went out to sea and then was like, you know what? Nah. Back in.
Dora didn't know what the fuck it was doing.
Yeah. Fucking Dora.
Was that last year's?
Matthew was last year.
Okay.
Dora
was
was
the one
like
from
the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
60s. He was 72 or 3.
Yeah, Matthew was the one while I was out of the state.
Yeah. Matthew was the one that we lost power and all that shit.
Yeah. My wife kind of made the trip not fun because all she did was worry about the house. And I was like,
fuck the house, man. You're alive.
Yeah.
And not
Yeah,
dealing
I'm like,
with...
hey, we're up here.
Yeah.
Life's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure when we go on our vacation in 2 weeks, there will be another one about to hit the house, and she'll make me cancel it.
Just, put a copy of your insurance policy in your pocket, and like whenever she's like, the house, go, covered. No big deal. We'll get another
I hope
one.
So. Yeah, all the hurricanes I've been here for have just been like, it's more just annoying.
Yeah.
Like your everyday life is just disrupted.
Well, that one year that we got hit like 4 times, that year fucking sucked because like you couldn't get back into a routine of anything because it's like, okay, now what's closed? Now do I work? What's the...
Well, my power was just out for like a week because I lived on a street that was between 2 parks. So there was literally like my block, and there were like 5 streets like that along that old path, and the JEA was just like, we'll get to that eventually.
Right.
So, there's people like 3 blocks down who had power the next day. And me, it was like a week later going, yeah, my house is really hot and moldy now. So are you guys going to fix this or what? Yeah. That was fun. Sleeping in like a 90-degree house. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Matthew was.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have power for like 18 hours, which, I mean, look, I'm not complaining, but 18 hours of total humidity and no wind because like the storm had moved past.
Yeah.
But man, that fucking sucks. Like I can't imagine the people going without for like days and days and weeks and shit like that. I mean, I just
like a week was miserable.
Yeah.
Like the worst one for me was when I had to evacuate in a car for 10 hours, not moving at all on I-10 because they didn't bother to shut eastbound down.
Right.
Which is like
that happened when I left for, was it Floyd was 99?
Yep.
Yeah. The girl I worked with and her friend, we all were like, we left at like 6 in the morning and it still took us like 8 hours to get to Tallahassee, and we got there and it was like no hotels anywhere.
We had hotels like that at least we had covered, but we had to get to Jasper, Florida, which on a good day is an hour and a half, 2 hours max, 10 hours.
Yeah, we got to Tallahassee. We tried to find a hotel, and they're just like, there's nothing between here and Mobile, Alabama. So I hope your car's comfortable.
Yeah.
So I actually called my parents. I'm like, do we know anyone in Tallahassee? And it turns out we did.
Yeah.
And they were like super rich, and they had this really big house, and they remembered me from childhood, and were like, oh, come on by, bring your friends. So we all had our own rooms, and we just fucking
nice.
The mom made us all these meals, and they're like, "Oh, you guys, I'm so glad you got out." And we're like, "Oh yeah, it was rough out there."
Oh yeah.
It was like one of the best weekends we ever had. The 3 of us had a blast, and yeah. And then the hurricane never even hit here, so we just drove back.
Yeah.
We also debated whether to go back to work. We're like, could we milk this and say that we couldn't get back? But
Sorry, we died in the hurricane.
Yeah.
The best part about the 10 hours in the car is on the way out there, it was miserable. I had, we each took, I had to, help my parents evacuate pets. So we had 3 vehicles, 2 cats, and a dog. And so, I went out one way with a cat that just didn't really want to be in the box. But, so it was just, sitting there going, meow, 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 the whole time. And then, coming back, we all swapped pets. So I took another cat, which was a lot calmer until we were like, fuck I-10. We're going to try some back roads. And, Google Maps or whatever in hand, and we hit this dirt road that went for 5 miles, but then eventually became paved again. But because of the weather and everything, it had become basically like a washboard. So I'm sitting there with this cat that otherwise didn't really give a shit about being in a car, and I hit that dirt road, and all of a sudden it was like, meh, going down that dirt road.
Yeah.
Which I was just like, I'm going to careen my car off this road because that's so damn funny. For 5 straight miles.
Yeah.
It's almost like a dolphin sound.
It was pretty great. And I was pretty much delirious at that point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Anyway.
Hurricanes.
Yeah, weather sucks.
It sure does. If you can avoid weather, by all means, we recommend it.
I'm glad you don't live over on the west side. I don't live over there anymore. Because just think about the flooding that one time trying to get to the show.
Yep.
Where we just canceled because it's
That was a goddamn nightmare.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
I don't know how I drove through that. I really don't. But the cop was like, "You got to leave, man."
Yeah.
Because it was like everyone had huddled underneath the overpass like a fucking island.
Yeah, because you couldn't get anywhere.
Yeah, and the cop's like, "You guys got to move. You got to go." And I'm like, "Go where? It's like a fucking foot deep." And it was a foot deep, and all I could do was follow the guy behind me and hope that his wake stayed.
Disperse enough water so that I can follow you through.
Yeah, we're right here currently 20 feet above sea level, so it's going to take one hell of a hurricane to come through it.
Yeah, I hate my driveway because it's got a fucking 45-degree pitch on it practically, but not worried about my house flooding.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, the windows get blown out because I couldn't find any plywood to put on them, but,
Our problem is we've got a artificial lake across the street.
Oh, no.
You get
that shit's going to rise?
Yeah. I took a video of it during Matthew of it coming up the driveway, and we were just like, what do we do?
You're stressing?
Yeah, but cleared up. We were all right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
There's
good.
an elevation app, by the way, in case you're curious.
It just tells
you
you.
can put an address or, say, where I am now.
Ooh. Put mine in. Let me see.
Ooh.
I want to know. I want to know. I got to know. Tell me.
I'm pulling it up.
What's it called? What's the app called? Plug the app.
Elevation.
Oh,
it's very clever like that.
Huh. So the YouTube
it's got a triangle thing for its icon, like a blue and white triangle. Here you go. Unless you know your coordinates, and then you can put those in.
Oh, my coordinates?
Yeah, do you know your coordinates
put
of your house?
coordinates in.
You should know your coordinates to your house. That's an important thing.
Really?
I don't know.
Or try searching by location /
Get.
name.
Install. Ooh, there's an Apple Watch version.
Ooh. This is the nerdiest goddamn elation I've ever heard. There's an Apple Watch in there. I can check my elevation on my wrist. Look, I'm a foot higher.
It says 20.5 feet.
Oh!
I got you beat by 6 inches.
Oh, fine. It's me always losing
Thank
by
you.
6 inches.
Damn. I'm gonna check mine.
All right.
We gotta know.
Who's gonna be the highest? Who's gonna get so high?
Probably not you. Well, you're on the wrong side of San Jose. You're closer to the river.
Yeah. You're gonna be 10 feet below sea level.
Probably.
Yeah. You're like, why do you live in New Orleans? Dumbass.
Oh, yes, that's me. Now show me the thing.
Also, I think it defaults to being in meters. So.
Oh.
Oh, BJ's here. We can go now.
What?
Wrong VJ.
Oh. Man, this doesn't have a very good rating on IMDb, this here movie. Could it be that awesome soundtrack it has?
Mm-hmm. It won't show me mine.
Too bad, Chuck.
Did you click the little plus?
Little plus. That's where...
Shows up on the bottom.
Yeah, but it's telling me where I am now.
Oh.
Man, technology.
Won't take me to
Whatever. Do it when you're at home.
Shh.
It's not important.
Shh.
We need to start a podcast, Jeff.
Just a minute.
Oh, my God.
Just a goddamn minute.
Chuck. Just accept that you're going to flood.
Yeah.
12.3 meters. I'm dead.
Wait,
No, that's higher than ours.
It's higher than ours. Do you
Wait,
not
what
know
were yours?
We were talking feet, yo.
Oh.
How many feet
You know,
is
we speak
12.3
motherfucking
meters?
American here. I don't know what this meter shit is.
That would be 40.35 feet.
You are not 40 feet above sea level.
I told Sam.
No.
Nah, son.
No.
So high.
Oh, son.
Nah. You're a liar.
I'm so high.
Mm-mm.
I'm so high.
Nah, son.
You guys, I'm so high.
I wish you weren't a liar.
Let's talk about boobs.
Okay.
Boobs, boobs, boobs.
Ah, there's
boobs,
Kratos
boobs,
to
boobs.
tell us that this movie sucks ass. would anyone have expected any different? Just chiming in. What was the one movie that he liked? Whatever that, the Blood something, the TV show, right? It's the only thing Kratos is on record as actually liking.
Blood Drive.
Oh yeah, Blood Drive.
Blood Drive. That's what I kept wanting to say. Blood Diner, and I was like, I know that's wrong.
He probably likes that too.
Is Blood Diner a thing?
It is a thing. You should watch my series on YouTube called 31 Horror Movies in 31
Oh,
Days.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, I stopped at that one. I didn't watch it. That's today's, right?
No, that
No.
was Monday.
Well, shit.
No.
I watched like
It
two
was
of them.
episode 3.
All
whatever
right.
the whatever.
I
the
watched the
episode
first
was.
two. I paced myself, man.
Sure, because
I watch every day.
Thank you, my friend.
I just rewatch.
Thank
them
you.
all.
You still get a view.
You view.
Whatever.
I give him extra
I'm gonna
views.
fucking find that thumbs down button.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that guy.
You won't be the first.
I won't be. Fucking
And then
son of Hillary.
And then I yell at, yeah, I yell at Nazi sympathizers in the comments every once in a while.
Yeah.
So you know, that's my contribution to Chuck's thing.
Oh, left
I
motherfucker.
I give yeah, I give somebody else ad revenue because you're not getting any revenue from any of them this year, are you?
No.
No.
Fractions of
You're
pennies.
just like fuck it.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Fuck all y'all.
Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's do podcast. All right, and welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey,
BMFcast.
BMFcast.
Episode 392.
Whew.
Man,
Numbers.
that number's getting excessive.
Way too many.
So I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm Chuck.
Yeah, BJ. He's out on assignment.
He is not dead.
He's doing good things.
He is, yes.
in other states
Yes,
that
he is.
have hurricane problems.
He is.
Yeah.
So,
So he'll come home to another state that is probably going to have hurricane problems.
Could have just stayed home.
Hooray for nature!
yeah.
So let me tell you what we do each and every episode of this here BMFcast.
Please tell me.
We go ahead and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie.
Oh.
Come in here and talk about it for the first half. Then we rate them. Good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies. They go 1 to 5 jocks and robot jocks.
Hey,
Hooray, Robot Jocks.
that's a movie with robots.
It is.
And jocks.
We like
and
that.
it's awesome.
However, there are bad movies, and stay away. They get a negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags, as in giant bags of trash.
Ew.
Just garbage.
Just
Refuse.
drippy refuse of garbage.
Refuse.
Not even sandbags, just bags.
This movie has bags.
Like bags of sand. Yeah, because
Yes.
we've returned to the world of Andy Sedaris.
Woo!
It's been a long time.
It's been almost a year and a half.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
do we keep waiting so long?
I don't know.
It just happens,
Yeah,
man.
it's weird.
But we did the next in the series, 1993's Fit to Kill.
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 Would you like a plot summary for this here movie?
Yes, because I didn't get it while watching the movie.
I have one right
Okay,
here.
I'd
Ah.
love to hear what this movie's actually about.
Lethal agents Donna and Nicole accompany and protect a wealthy Asian businessman and his rare diamond against a sinister international jewel thief. Ish.
Huh.
Sinister guy. I don't think he really credits himself as a jewel thief most of the time.
No.
No. But this is a direct sequel to Hard Hunted, the
It
last
is.
one.
Yes, it even features footage from Hard Hunted.
It does.
Nonsensical footage from Hard Hunted. But
Well, they added some new nonsensical footage too.
Yeah.
they
And
did.
this is the seventh Sedaris movie we've done.
uh-huh.
We've been going in order. We skipped Malibu Express in the very beginning
Yes.
for whatever reason, but we've done Every one of them since then.
It's a very different movie. I will just say that.
Malibu
Malibu
Express,
Express feels like a 70s movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We may loop back to it once we've.
Yeah, we
'Cause
may
we're-
just feel the need.
We're nearing the end anyway.
Yeah, only
Like,
two
this
left
is-
after this.
is, well, official Sedaris.
Yes.
Andy Sedaris, I
Right.
should say.
Sedaris
kid-
Prime.
I guess his son did a couple other ones
Yeah.
in between this one and the next Andy Sedaris one. So,
Okay.
you know.
But also, this is a farewell
Yeah,
for the Sedaris world that we know.
we didn't know this until looking it up afterwards.
Yeah.
But,
Both Donna and Nicole, this is their swan song.
oh no.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Yeah. Good thing they brought on Julie Strain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Shit. I just realized we have to talk about the plot of this movie in somewhat of an order.
Well, let's talk about what happens first,
Okay.
which is Donna and Nicole are hanging out in a waterfall.
Yeah.
Back to frolicking and splashing around as you do.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the greatest hits for Donna and Nicole in their final film. But they're clothed, so this is different. We haven't seen this before.
Yeah, them in a pool with tops on.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And over on the shoreline of this little oasis that they're in is a pile of guns and whatnot. And they get
a beeping thing.
yeah, a thing beeps, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta go. We gotta stop this foolishness." So
Yeah, and we've also seen dudes creeping around with like masks on and stuff and camouflage.
yeah, so it's all Children of the Corn here for a few minutes of them dashing around and hunting each other of for some reason.
Yeah.
And then basically, there's two dudes and they get shot, but they don't get shot with bullets. They get shot with pellets.
Yes,
'Cause
it's paintball guns.
It's an exercise.
yes,
And it's revealed that it's Shane Abilene and Bruce.
yes. Bruce
Ooh.
Christensen.
Oh, okay.
Is that his name?
Just Christian.
Christian.
He's not a son.
Bruce Christian.
Christian
Okay.
Bruce.
He met a Christian named
Yeah.
Christensen.
But also during this, they get attacked by a tiny helicopter.
Yeah.
The girls,
Continuing Sedaris' obsession with remote control vehicles.
yeah, and this thing just fires tiny rockets at the girls, and the girls are like, "This isn't part of the drill," and run away in slow motion because of course they do because they're not wearing bras. And
I believe they do something that you described last week as waggle their hooters.
they do. The
As
hooters
they
get
run,
waggled as they run away.
in slow motion.
Yes, but eventually it's revealed that it is part of the drill. It was just a secret part of the drill, and I whoever is running this thing, it's whoever the head of this agency is that nobody likes. Guy,
Yeah.
I
Edie's
literally don't know his
boyfriend.
name. Yeah,
He's not Lucas, is he?
I don't know. I really
Yeah.
don't. Maybe he is.
He was in the last one. Though.
Okay, maybe that's Lucas, and then there's Dr. somebody. Who's
Dr.
just
Lecter?
no, it's not Dr. Lecter.
Oh.
It's just Dr. Polo Shirt Man, who is
Okay.
the inventor of the tiny helicopter. So
I think it was Emerson.
yeah, Dr. Emerson.
Oh, yes.
Dr. Emerson. You're right. Yeah. So
I just remember
he did his
thinking-
best work with Doctors Lake and Dr.
Yeah, that's where I was. As soon as he said it, I was like, Dr. Lake, Dr. Palmer.
yeah. So they're like, yeah, cool. Check this thing out. It's a new thing. We can put more powerful missiles on it if we want. We chose not to. Let's go back to let's go back to the hot tub or wherever the hell they go. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
At some point, they do just cut to the hot tub, and there's a topless chick just standing there in it.
Yeah.
Well,
We're back at the radio station.
yeah,
That's
where-
her job, is to either be in a bikini or be topless
Yes,
while Ava
just
narrates stuff
seductively
on the radio.
fucking sits in a windowsill and just chats up on the radio. You know,
And yeah.
her weird, dumb code word bullshit for whoever the hell is listening.
And eventually finds out that the group is going to come in for they have a mission that they're going to be sent on. And so she has to tell topless girl in the hot tub, we're going to need a lot more coffee.
Yep.
To which this girl just walks over to the coffee pot and slowly pours the coffee into the cup.
Yep. Which I don't know why.
And then the camera just sits there for a while.
it's like
Well, she had to make room in the coffee pot
for more coffee. Oh, I see.
So she's like, it'll stay in this cup.
Okay. What the fuck ever.
But Yes, they all gather together. Mm-hmm. And this is when they learn that there is going to be an exchange of this businessman Chang.
All right, they all gather around the hot tub.
Yeah.
And one of them's late.
Yeah, Edie.
Yeah, Edie's late. She falls on
Edie,
her
the
hooters.
redhead who sings.
Yes.
From the previous entries.
Who's
established as the clumsy one.
Yeah, besides Donna, she's like the longest running still around, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but they have a briefing.
Yeah, she does a pratfall, and then they get a briefing that Chang is going to donate some Nazi diamond to the United States as some sign of.
No, they're going to give it to the.
They don't know about the diamond.
Or no,
yet.
they're going to give it to the Russians.
Their mission is literally like, go meet up with Chang. He's going to make a big announcement. You've heard of him, right? He's really
Chang's
important.
coming here.
Yeah, he's a businessman. He needs
go find out what he needs
and that's
wants.
it. They're like,
okay,
sounds easy enough. We'll show up at the party.
But we're also reintroduced to Kane, who's chilling in Vegas at the Aladdin.
Yeah, the bad guy from the previous one.
And maybe the previous one before that. We are not sure.
Who was played by Pat Morita.
Right. Now he's just British dude.
Yeah. We're also introduced to Julie Strain, who is wearing the poster that they show most often with her and Donna back to back, where she's wearing one of those like one-piece bathing suits that's like the weird V thing.
Yeah.
It's on the live stream. I'm pointing in the general direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those like least practical bathing suits in the history of bathing suits. But she's doing yoga in it.
Is that what that was?
Really weird, like.
Well, she's
showing off.
It's
yoga.
half yoga and half like muscle posing.
Yeah.
Which the whole time I was like, is this your like audition tape to play She-Hulk?
Yeah. It's like I'm Mr. Atlas. You know, it's a lot of that. And then occasionally she'll do something really dumb, like get upside down and lean against like a just something.
Column that's there.
Just something. She's on the roof of the fucking hotel. And then she's finally done, and she's like, "Oh, thank God!" And then just takes her top off, just undoes the thing, and just like, "Here's Hooters," and it's like, "Why? You're literally wearing dental floss. Why did you? Why were you like, oh, thank God, I can finally get out of these clothes?"
Yeah, and also Kane's girlfriend Silk has come back from shopping and has to show off all of her stuff.
Yeah,
which includes
her stuff,
more boobs. But
she does.
First, she shows off the clothing that she got, including lingerie, which is she shows off the dress that she got for the party, and then the lingerie she got for the after party. And then they basically go in the bedroom, and it's like, oh, here's more nudity. So this,
yes,
like getting it out of the way now. Like this one has, I think, it has to be the highest sex quotient out of all of them that we've seen so far.
I believe you might be right. Silk, by the way, is a long-running character in this as well.
Yeah, who was kind of working with Donna and them.
She was, but then went undercover to infiltrate Kane, and then has just suddenly become working with just Kane all the time.
Sticks around.
Yeah, just 24/7, like all the time. I'm here, but they don't use her as any kind of contact or anything. What she's done is given him this pendant that has a tracker in it, which happened in the last movie, that he's still wearing, and that's the extent of Silk's involvement in any actual plot.
Yeah.
Other than that, she's just around to maybe get topless or be an extra body in a scene.
Yeah.
So
they've moved to the sex. Meanwhile, Julie Strain has decided to get in her murdering cat suit.
Her jangly ninja outfit.
Because she's wearing like a black bodysuit. But then it has basically... It's not even bedazzled. It's like jewelry hanging off of it.
And it also includes like Madonna-style external underwear.
Yes.
Like that's being held up by these chains. So it's just, you're going to go in full catsuit burglar mode, but you're bringing jangly chains on it too.
Yes. It is the least practical murdering outfit that one could be wearing.
It's bad. It's not a good hit lady outfit. But
I think she felt like she was super hot in it. And that's what matters.
Yes, I'm sure that's what it was.
Yeah. She had the confidence to murder when she wore that suit.
It's true. Yeah, you don't want to be like second guessing your appearance when you go out to murder.
Yeah.
I mean, she might have
body positivity, y'all.
Yeah, she might have prevented herself from murdering by jangling all of her chains all over herself. However, she was very confident while doing it.
That is true.
But she actually pulls it off. She gets in the room.
Yeah,
Kane's just kind of standing there.
Kane is just in the doorway of the bathroom watching Silk do something, which is just like,
She's
ew.
pooping.
Oh, okay. Well, Kane's into that.
Kane is a man who's seen a lot.
He has. But yeah, Julie
He's
Strain
moved to that realm.
Yeah,
But yeah, she just walks up and shoots him in the back.
Mm-hmm. But then like the room service guy and the Silk come out and he pops up and they're all just like, haha, you fell for our trap.
Mm-hmm.
Now you will dine with Kane
Yeah.
as punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she sits down and has dinner with him.
She changes.
Yeah,
she puts on.
They have an outfit for her
Yeah.
to put on.
Right. And is this when she reveals that you should call me Blue Steel?
Well, no, he goes, your reputation precedes you.
Right.
I do believe you're going by the alias of Blue Steel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So everyone make the Zoolander face.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just basically like, so I know your boss, and how about this? How about you come work for me, and then we make a lot of money?
Mm-hmm.
And she never says yes, but she's on board after that.
Yeah.
So there, we have introduced old and new characters alike.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all the old characters have gone to meet Chang,
They have, yes.
who then tells them, hey, I'm retiring. I've done a lot for Hawaii. I want to ensure peace for everyone, and I've got this Nazi diamond, and he gives that is going to be given to the Russians in a ceremony on the U.S. soil, something or other.
But not just that. It's like, let me tell. Now then
Yeah.
he goes, let me
But he
tell
goes,
you the backstory.
Let me tell you the history of it,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know the history because one of the very first scenes they cut to like stock footage of World War II and Nazis and that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some dude like in the black and white footage getting blown up, and they use the scream that if you fell off a cliff in Dark Forces that they used, and I believe it's also the Howie Long scream from I want to say it's Fireproof or whatever. Firestorm, yeah.
Or the Canadian firefighters.
Yeah, whatever that scream is,
Yeah.
that's where most people know it from.
Okay.
Which will never not make me laugh. Like
We fucking
that scream,
lost it.
That scream, like fuck the Wilhelm scream.
Yes, exactly.
The Firestorm scream is like one of / Dark Forces scream is one of my favorite screams of all time. And they used it in whatever the footage was of this one dude getting blown up, and I just laughed through the entire rest of the backstory of this jewel. So I have no idea why.
Well, so much
this
so-
diamond is important.
So much so that it starts with stock footage, and then they actually film some like Nazi shit.
Yeah, they did. Like my vision had finally cleared enough to where I could see the screen again, and it was just like, wait, they're actually shooting new World War II footage, sort of.
Like there's crumbled buildings
Yeah.
and a Mercedes with swastikas and shit on it.
Yeah.
And the guy gets out and like he's telling this. I mean, what I heard of it, he's telling this whole story about it. It's 1943. Hitler had surrendered in Stalingrad, and basically some of the leadership was like, "This guy fucking sucks."
Yeah.
I mean, and so they're like, "Well, we're just going to keep this diamond for ourselves and like put it in our little Nazi box here and
Nazi box.
and then like we're going to fuck off to South America and get away."
Mm-hmm.
Like they did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the story is like, yes, I met whatever this on the lam Nazi guy in South America, and he gave me this diamond. And they're like, and now I'm going to give it back to the people of Russia. It's in my grand gesture.
They will enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wants them there because he doesn't. He basically needs security detail.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants the help of, and I guess they still do work for the U.S. government technically,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Sure.
So that's why he needs them there to help.
Okay.
So, and oh yeah, Kane will probably be there, which they're just like, that son of a bitch.
Not at first.
Especially Donna.
At first, she's like, "Who? Oh, wait, that guy. He tried to kill us." I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like. At first, she's like, "Who? Kane? Oh, that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the guy from the last movie? They tried to kill us. Okay. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And yeah, she's very much when she puts the pieces together is like, if I see him, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't appreciate someone trying to kill me. I kill them right back.
I don't appreciate it.
I mean, who does?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
Really, who does?
I don't know.
Yeah. But so they all get dolled up for the party,
They do.
and Kane.
Okay. So hold on. They
Okay.
do the whole like you guys go back to Windingo Airlines or whatever the fuck the name of their stupid
Molokai.
Molokai Airline,
Express.
and they do the whole like, let's get in the plane and fly across some scenery, which is all stock footage from other movies.
Yeah.
And so they land, and they're like, okay, you guys go check out this stuff, and we're going to go. And it's literally just Donna and Nicole saying, we're going to go inside and change. And this is their nude scene of just them taking off their clothes and looking for an outfit and occasionally peeking over at one another like, your rack is still, it's just...
The implants are really holding up.
They completely ran out of how do we get them naked ideas. So they're just like, just put a camera in the dressing room. Let's just watch that.
Yep.
I don't know. That just seems so fucking lazy to me.
Yeah, and Ava also picks up the Russian emissary. Ava, the radio DJ lady, who I guess is now part of the official part of the team. I mean, getting sent out to do stuff.
She is,
but yeah,
she's
she picks them up, and the Russian guy like geeks out over the fact that it's a Mustang and it's 5.0, and he has to drive it.
And they're driving with the ragtop down, so their hair can blow.
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to point out that the main giant Russian dude has been in every single one of these as a different character every time.
Really?
And usually of a different ethnicity.
Is he the one who gets the razor frisbee?
He might be. I don't know. I don't remember.
I think he is.
But he was Pico in the last one.
Oh.
Pico de Gallo.
Yeah.
Yes,
I remember him.
Yeah.
Pico, that guy.
Yeah.
Pico de Gallo.
But yeah, he is literally in all of these as a different person every time.
All right.
He's just he's Sedaris' go-to that guy.
Yeah. Well, they killed off Al Leong, so
yeah. Yeah, couldn't go to him. So, they
actually do recap that part, by the way.
Yeah. Because Kane is telling a story.
Yeah, when he's trying to recruit Julie Strain.
Yeah.
He's like, let me tell you why I'm so mad.
Yeah. Where he says, my henchmen had
the
nuclear device.
Yeah.
And he was flying in the helicopter, and Donna's spear shot him down.
Yeah. So I think I want to kill her, but probably not.
No.
Anyway.
But it does become part of his plan where he knows that she will be at the party. So we realize that he's got a plan for her.
And Julie Strain has rolled up to an airport hangar and is meeting up with Dr. Emerson or whoever.
Dr. Palmer.
Yes. And they just go back and forth and just, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but it is just, so do you have something long and hard for me? And he's like, oh, the longest and the hardest. And she's like, is it deadly? And he's like, oh, you mean the helicopter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here, take it.
Are we talking about my dick?
Yeah.
Or what are we talking about here?
But he's just like, all right, thanks for this briefcase full of cash, probably. I'm going to get on my bike. See ya. And he, rolls off. And they just immediately are like, we're going to test this helicopter on that guy. So let's drive out to the desert, and we'll set up in our van, and we'll just fly the evil black helicopter. So there's two helicopters in this. There's the white one and the black one. So they have the evil prototype black one.
Of course. And
so they fly it through the desert, and the doctor dude is like, oh, I'm getting chased by a helicopter. I should do maybe a sweet stunt or two. And then he is just blown the fuck up.
Yeah, he's like, this is like the Frankenstein story all over again. Destroyed by my own creation.
So,
and also Julie Strain.
Yes.
But yeah, and then so she pulls up in a van and just walks over to his body and spits on it, and then takes the suitcase.
But we need to point out that when she does, like when she's in the van and they've got a little monitor because the drone thing has a camera on it. When it blows up the motorcycle, she does the yes, and that's back in this series. So it's been gone a little while, but every time someone gets shot or blows something up, one of the characters will go yes.
Just about.
Yeah.
So they are super stoked every time they blow something up. But she didn't like that guy. She spit on his corpse.
She spit on his grave.
That's disrespectful.
It is.
You don't need to do that.
Yeah. What a lucky man he was.
She is also in fucking stiletto heels, like everywhere, like in the desert. On a boat.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Julie Strain is 6'1".
Yeah, she doesn't need it.
Yeah, you don't need to put her in stiletto heels.
Yeah, there's a scene where she's walking down a dock, and you're like, good lord, that woman is all leg. Like, it just, like, the legs stop at the top of Kane's head.
They also put her in, like, the world's shortest miniskirt.
Yes. They do.
Like the underwear had to be the same color as the miniskirt because you would see everything otherwise. But yes, it is... That contributes to her...
Trust me, you can see whatever you want about Julie Strain.
Yeah. I do have the internet, yes.
Yeah. All right, so it's party time?
Yeah.
Party time.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Flip the table. Yeah, so it's black tie event. Time to, just... The party itself doesn't make any sense because it seems like everybody good and evil is there and everyone knows that good and evil are there, but everyone's just like, it'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
Because, like, Donna bumps into Kane and they just kind of do this, like, oh, you're here. Well, good thing it's a party. Otherwise, I would fucking murder you. And Kane's just like, well, that's no way to treat a fine gentleman.
You want to dance?
Yeah.
She's like, no.
Yeah, he's like, well, you should. It's your last.
No, he says, something like, as a condemned man, I get my final wish, and I wish to dance. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, she says, I'm not taking my eyes off you, Kane.
Yeah. But Edie's there to sing.
Yeah.
She sings a song called Make Believe. And it is not as good as the song in the last one.
Define good.
Was the song in the last one good?
We made a video of it. It was good enough because it was all about waking up at the crack of noon and just
that's right.
fucking off and not doing anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this song is no good. But no good to the point where she kind of gets lost in the middle of it. Like she doesn't even remember that she's performing.
Well, it doesn't help. I mean, look. All of the ladies in this are very well endowed chestically, and
Yes, the gesticulations are on point for all of them.
Yeah.
They sure are.
But here's this lady. She's tall. She's well endowed, and she's wearing this dress. She's like wearing one that's like plunging neckline doesn't describe it. It's
no, it's
you know,
down
it's
to her
like-
belly
like-
button.
yeah.
It's like half dress, half corset. almost.
It's basically a corset, but it's black and it's that kind that like the neckline plunges all the way down past the navel, and she's got the like diamonds on the inner part, which just looks like a giant zipper of like I just busted out of my zipper and here I am singing a song. So
Yeah.
I whatever.
Yeah.
Most of the outfits in this are just
But either
generally
way,
ridiculous.
we figure the actual singer for the band was in the back, tranquilized on like horse pills or something that she gave him.
Which another point. So there are a couple of musicians in this scene hanging out in the background. Now, this is startling because the entire soundtrack up until this point has been one man with a Casio keyboard. And it is the worst. I mean, I don't remember any of the other soundtracks being this bad. This is fucking garbage.
This is like the sound in Sierra Online Adventures.
Yeah.
From like 1989.
Yes, it's
like your ad lib was pumping out these exact tunes as incidental music while you were walking around town solving an adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking garbage. And like when I saw those, like a dude with a guitar, I was like, couldn't you have just hired that guy to like provide some licks for the soundtrack? I mean, Jesus, he's there. He's obviously for hire.
You don't know that you actually knew how to play.
You think they just hired a guy to look like he could play?
Sure.
Okay, well,
How hard is that?
I don't know. But anyway, so the song ends and like Donna's like, I'm going upstairs to do something.
She followed Kane. She follows Kane upstairs.
Yeah, Kane goes upstairs, and then she goes,
and he does the most obvious, like hide behind the door when she comes in, and then closes the door and is like, "Ha, why are you following me?"
Yeah, and they kind of, he's just like, maybe I'm gonna kiss you, and she's like, well, you're fucking not.
Yeah, and he gives this story about how like, well, I'm trying to go legit, and this is part of making that happen.
Yeah,
I need your help. Like, what can I do? How can I prove that I'm going legit?
But then he goes in for the kiss, and she's like, no, no, and then lets him. To which Julie Strain kind of pops out from behind a corner, takes a picture, and then
she's got like one of those stupid little snap together spy camera things, but like keeps it in her like the center of her chest, like in the cleavage area.
Yeah, it's a third pocket.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
and then Donna is like. Something happens that she's backing away from him for whatever reason.
She's like,
wasn't really into the kiss thing.
I want you dead. Don't fucking make out with me. And then, Julie Strain's like,
I wasn't sure if there was something else he said that pissed her off, or if it was just the whole, like, this was unwanted.
Pretty much, yeah.
I believe
and
it was
then,
just that.
she backs into the rag that smells like chloroform.
Please don't say that about Julie Strain.
Oh.
Yes,
I don't know what she smells like.
Okay, well, she gets chloroformed, and then he's like, good job, Blue Steel. Now, chloroform me so our ruse can be complete.
Well, yeah, they also go in there's a safe in that room.
Oh, yeah, the computer unlock the safe.
And take the diamond.
Yeah.
Yep. And then part of the plan is, yes, he will get chloroformed, and they'll both wake up. And, oh no,
Yes.
someone has stolen the diamond. Because now, and the funny thing is, like, Julie Strain, like, as they're doing the presentation, walks out and, like, does she stick the diamond in she throws the diamond out the window. And the captain henchman guy is just waiting for it. It's like, all right, cool. And they put it in the helicopter and they fly it away.
They put it in the cockpit of the helicopter and fly it off.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
while she walks down during the ceremony and, like, very noticeably puts something in one of the waiters' waistbands.
It's the main henchman guy, the dude's main, like, Fat Kenny Powers guy.
Oh, Chang's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And put something in his hand, and then they just gather up their evil posse, and they're just like, we're leaving. And they head out.
Yeah, like mid-ceremony.
Yeah.
Like at the reason everyone's there.
Yes. And no one notices this.
Yeah.
But then, so Chang is like, guard, go get my diamond. Let's do this.
And everyone's kind of standing around.
I mean, he has just told this entire long history story, and he doesn't have the diamond standing by.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know why he wouldn't just say, this
like
watch.
have it in his pocket, just.
Yeah. And here it is, but yeah, it was in the safe the whole
He
time.
doesn't have a lot of timing because, I mean,
No.
this man just drones on about some history shit, like, to the point that, like, they keep cutting back to it. I'm like, can you have Booby Lady sing another song? Because it's better than this shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
But Donna stumbles down the stairs.
Because the diamond has been stolen.
And everyone's just like, gasp!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kane also kind of stumbles down, like, what?
Yeah. What has happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when Lucas is like, oh, we've got to get to the bottom of this. And what happened to you both? And, oh, you must have been overpowered and blah, blah, blah. And they're basically like, well, Chang, we'll get it back.
Yeah.
Don't sweat it, man.
We're on the case.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Ava, like, side note, Ava had been dancing with the KGB guy or whoever, the Russian agent at some point, and been like, oh, you're just a diplomat. I'm more interested in bad boys.
Yeah.
Tough guys.
But Kane's doing the, look, I was knocked out too. Like, it couldn't be me.
Right.
Obviously, I'm here the whole time.
Yes. I was also poisoned with smells.
Poisoned with
Confirm
smells.
that, yes, that rag did smell like chloroform.
It did. Yeah, so now it's like, okay, the next day, what are we going to do?
Well, and they tell him he's still a suspect.
Yeah.
But Lucas is like, you're still a suspect. Don't take that boat into international waters. I'll board you so quick. And he's like, and you're like, wait a minute. If he goes into international waters, you can't board it. Anyway.
No, they go with pirate rules at that point.
Yeah.
Storm the boat and take
I'm
the
no
diamond
expert
back.
on maritime law, but
Okay.
my understanding from Always Sunny in Philadelphia
Go on.
is that anything goes in international waters.
That's
as
true.
I've been told.
Yeah.
I see. Huh. So, all right. Here's where basically the worst part of the movie kicks in, because Kane is having a meeting, and he has once again hired the two fucking idiot henchmen, who, whatever their names are this time,
Evil and Knievel.
They are now evil and Knievel.
yeah, those are code names, dirt.
Yeah.
And, like, Kane, even at this point, realizes these two are fucking idiots. But he's just like, it'll be a distraction from something. Because he says for them to go kill Edie and Lucas. And he actually runs down a list of all the things that have prevented them in the past from hitting their target. He's like, make sure there's no fishermen, no other agents around, no children, nothing.
No animals.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, because this is, what, the fourth time they've
Third or
shown up
fourth,
as
yeah.
henchmen?
Yeah. So...
I don't think we mentioned that his stupid crystal necklace is back.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah, because it was the whole...
How they're tracking him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's...
But one of the Heckle and Jekyll dumbasses walks up and is like, hey, that's a swell necklace you got on there, Mr. Kane. Well, and then just...
Well, okay, so the girls are in the background just fucking sexy posing all over the place, like each doing their own Charlie's Angels pose while their tits are hanging out. And so when Doofus goes over and is like, hey man, sweet crystal, and goes down to like hold it, one of the, Julie Strain like bends over more so you could see even more of her boobs, and he just goes duh and pulls down and snaps the chain off.
Yep.
And then he's like, oh my God, Kane, I'm so sorry. And Kane's like, whatever, we'll get it fixed. Just get the fuck out of here. Just go, please. So they give the necklace to...
Yeah, Silk offers, because she's the double agent.
Yes.
To take it. And he's like, no, I'll send Captain Beefcake, whatever his name was.
Yeah, and I think we have skipped the night before. I think they traveled to this location on the boat the night before because that's when everyone has sexy time.
Right, including Captain Beefcake and Julie Strain.
Yeah, because
yeah.
so Kane and what's her face, she's like, I know how to make you feel better, and they're all celebrating that they have the thing. So they have the sex, which is not the important part of this. Julie Strain is at the sink fucking lapping up tap water like a cat or something. It's
The lap water.
No, we'll get to the lap water later.
Oh, okay.
But then, Captain Beefcake walks in.
Burke. His name was Burke.
Whatever.
Captain Beefcake.
Captain Burke comes in. And I don't know why this completely minor incidental character gets a sex scene with Julie Strain, but that's what happens.
Yeah, they're... Hey, man.
There's even spanking and...
Yeah.
Yes, there's spanking and grinding and...
her saying strange nautical things to him.
Yeah, it's the one that feels more explicit than the others.
It does, yeah. Like, this is the unrated scene.
Yeah.
That would have been cut out of the video store R-rated version. But, yeah, I mean, she says two really dumb, fantastic things in this scene. Because...
she calls Captain Burke her naughty nautical boy.
Yes. That's the first one, and you're like...
And then, like...
Okay, shut
I
up.
guess
And then just like a 1-2 punch right after that. She starts moaning and
I guess...
obviously orgasming as she says, anchors away. And that kind of ends the scene.
Sure does.
I don't know if anything else happened after that because I think we were all laughing too hard at her just groaning out anchors away.
I have no fucking idea.
Right after calling him the naughty nautical boy.
Yeah.
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 But I don't know what number sex scene that is.
Oh,
this
we
point,
had
but
so
it's-
lost count at that point. And
Yeah.
we're not even halfway through the sex
No,
scenes.
not at all.
Yeah. So, that's when he hires the doofuses who then they fucking actually go to the toy store.
Well, the RC hobby shop. Yeah.
Whatever. But they go to...
Which I'm sure that was Andy Sedaris' RC hobby guy.
Oh, absolutely.
It had to have been.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just...
Hey, man, you give me all these sweet RC cars and I'll put you in a movie.
Yeah. And it was just... They just want to buy this remote control motorcycle. And this whole scene is about buying this remote control motorcycle. Does not factor into anything.
No, other than to show how stupid they are and make jokes.
Yeah.
Because they're attempting to appear smart, even though they're idiots. And so they're talking to this guy, and they're like, "Hey, this remote control motorcycle is it come with a remote control?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, and it's wireless too." And he's like, "Well, we only buy American. Where's this made?" And they're like, "Oh, you want America? Well, you need to buy the Yamaha one here." They're like, "Yamaha? That don't sound American." He's like, "No, Yamaha, Nebraska,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yes, you go there and you get a free drink,
free beverage.
Yeah." And they're like, "Well, that's a good deal." And
Yeah.
it's just dumb joke after dumb joke, and then something about batteries. I don't know. But anyway, they buy a remote controlled motorcycle.
They do.
That's the entire point of the scene.
It is. And they don't use it because when Edie and Lance get to... Lance, whatever the fuck his name is. Lucas. They get to the beach. She's just hanging out on the beach, and he just kind of like slides over, just like, "Hey, didn't expect to find you here." And then he's like, "I got my camera," and just suddenly becomes a music video of her in a sheer thing that is getting drenched while he's 2 inches away from her taking pictures. And then they end up having sex for like, I don't know, 4 seconds before it cuts back to them
in a pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just... I don't know if it was a flashback to a previous movie,
I don't
because
know.
I can't remember anymore, or if it was just like a flight of fancy that he had.
Yeah, because then they just cut back to them at the beach, like, and he's just like, hee.
Which, I mean, when this scene happened, I was like, oh, okay. Because when she stumbled into that very first meeting, he was like, "How dare you be late? Why don't you sit down, you stupid idiot!" Like falling all over yourself, like just really dressing her down, like these ladies need more dressing down. But like when they. Like when this scene happens, I was like, "Oh, they had a thing going." That's why he was like trying to pretend like he didn't like her.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That always
dumb
works.
thing.
Always works.
Always works.
Yeah, and she pops a champagne cork into his forehead.
Yeah. Yeah.
And meanwhile, the
Evil
and Knievel have looked at it and like, oh, I can't believe we're killing such a beautiful thing. And guy's like, well, just think about the money, man.
He's like, oh yeah, the sweet money. So
they go back to the little tent and pull out they have the remote control motorcycle, but they also have a little dune buggy, your standard RC car looking thing. Meanwhile, two girls have pulled up in a Suzuki Samurai.
One of many
Or
in this film.
Sidekick. Sorry, a Suzuki Sidekick.
Yes.
And they're sick of all the Hawaiian stuff on the radio, so they decide we need to mess with the shortwave radio and get something better. While these
we don't like this Hawaiian music.
Yeah, while these dudes decide, okay, we're going to send out this dune buggy, which that'll be our test one, and then we'll blow them up with the other one, I guess.
No, they just grabbed the wrong remote, which, I mean...
Yeah, this is just like, hey, idiot, which one's which?
But, how is the remote-controlled motorcycle going to work on the sand?
It never will.
I'll give you a hint. It wasn't.
Yeah.
So,
right.
yes.
Yeah.
They probably were like, this will look really cool, and they're like, oh, we're going to do this on the beach. Yeah, it totally won't work.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're driving this dune buggy around remotely, and the shortwave radio confuses it, and basically it turns right around and goes right back to them, and they go gulp, and then their tent fucking explodes.
Yes.
But of course they're not dead because they're cartoon characters again, which means they just show up, kind of darkened and with shredded clothes. But at least we never fucking see them again.
At least in this movie.
Yes. So.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the point of any of that was, but it eats up like 10 minutes of the movie.
It's comedy.
It's bad.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So those guys get blown up and they get arrested by our heroes, and yeah, they're done. So back to the main plot.
Oh, okay. Which one's the main plot?
Something about a diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also oh God, what's her face? Not Donna, the other one. Nicole, the angry one. Who always seems pissed.
She doesn't like her job.
Well, oh yes, she is complaining about her job.
To which Bruce is like, you know what? I'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
My dick.
Yep.
Slide onto this.
Yeah.
Please stop talking.
I mean, I say my dick, but that implies that there's anything happening in this movie besides, upper body rubbing and then zerberting all over the body in random places.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's just not angry during this, but in no way having a good time. She's just like, I really just wanted to talk bitch about my job. I really didn't want to be doing this, but whatever.
You never listened to me.
Yeah.
But so that's sex scene number 384 in the movie, to which then they go back outside and they're like, all right, so what are we going to do? And they're like, all right, you guys need to follow the tracking signal because the tracking signal has left.
It's left the yacht.
Yeah, it's left the yacht. And then they go, well, Donna's like, well, I don't trust him. Maybe he's using himself as a decoy, so I need to keep an eye on the yacht. So Donna goes to keep an eye on the yacht.
5 feet away from the yacht, talking to herself the whole time.
Meanwhile, because the necklace got busted, Kane sent his henchman, the captain, the naughty nautical boy, to the pawn shop to get it fixed. What?
The naughty nautical boy.
Captain Naughty Nautical boy.
Captain Beefcake.
Yeah. Sends him to a pawn shop to get it fixed.
Yes.
But he walks in as the pawn shop is getting robbed.
Wait.
Yeah.
First off,
don't rob a pawn shop.
There are at least 2 or 3 places you should never ever rob. Number 1, gun store. Number 2, very much related, pawn shop.
Yeah.
Pawn shop.
Yeah.
But
I mean, don't rob places.
Well,
but if you're gonna rob places, don't rob those.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he walks mid-robbery, and they're just like, hey, what you got in the bag, huh? Ah, sweet, whatever dumb thing this is, we'll take that. And then a guy comes out of the bag like, hey, Tony, what's going on? And then they're like, freeze. And he's like, nah, I'm going to get this gun from the pile of guns behind this moose or whatever.
Get shot in the chest.
Yeah. So
for his troubles.
The moose out front should have told you.
Yep.
So these two criminal geniuses run out to their Toyota Camry that actually has a fucking getaway driver in it. This is just crime of the century.
I think it was a sob because it was so sad.
Oh, well, okay. And they get away. They get away to their cabin.
Yeah, they get to this tar paper shack.
I swear to God, this is the same fucking thing that's been blown up in every Sedaris movie. It is literally just a door and a bunch of leaves.
Yep.
And they go inside and just like, sweet, loot. Check out this loot. And they're like, hey, man, I want to celebrate. Go get some black coffee and some, what does he say? Black coffee and some
donuts.
Yeah.
Just donuts.
He wants to celebrate.
Jelly donuts, maybe?
In a big way.
This guy knows how to fucking party.
He does. So they send one guy away in the sweet dune buggy to get stuff. Meanwhile, Nicole and whoever she's with, Bruce, have shown up because they're like, okay, the signal tracks to right here.
Yeah.
Tracks literally to the front door of this thing, and they just walk right up to it and go, in here.
Yeah, they're like, this doesn't look like a place Kane would be, but we need to check it out.
Yeah. And I do like when they're...
Yeah. Why is Kane hanging out this palm frond shack? Which is literally what this is. Like, not even like they bothered to get enough to actually make any semblance of a wall.
No, not at all. But I do like that when they're gearing up to go in this place, he like loads up one grenade into the grenade launcher, and she's just like, really? And he's like, yeah, probably.
Yeah, you never know.
So they knock on the door, and it's just that, you know, who is it? Housekeeping or whatever.
No, they Candygram.
Candygram, yeah.
Land shark.
And they don't find this funny at all. They blow a hole through the door, to which they don't find that funny at all. They just kick the remaining door in and fucking murder those two immediately.
Yeah, they blast one guy out the back of the shack.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well,
this
doesn't look like Kane's money.
Would that be a defranza station?
Yeah, but they're just like, well, I guess we solved that pawn shop robbery. Womp womp, you know, and they go back to their car, and that's Dune Buggy guy has returned with, I guess, coffee and donuts, and just gets
they're
out.
about to radio it back in.
And he gets out and is just like, oh hell no, and just starts shooting, and then they're just like shrug and then fire a grenade.
Yeah, they shoot at him a couple times, and they're like, ah, fuck this.
Launch this paper shack up into the stratosphere,
which also blows up the Dune Buggy.
Yes, that is the real tragedy because that Dune Buggy did no one any harm.
Sweet buggy.
So, yeah, there was an explosion for no reason. So,
yeah,
probably someone's fucking at this point.
However,
which also should have probably blown up the little crystal necklace thing.
Yep.
But whatever, it comes back later.
Somehow that makes it back to Kane. Somehow
at the end of the movie, yes, but
or she just made another one.
Either way, that shit got blown up.
Yeah.
And they're both kind of like, yeah.
Oh yeah, they
that
definitely
was pretty
like
sweet. Yes.
Yeah. So I do like that Shane has been Abilene has been sidelined to do nothing but sit at the radio station the whole time.
Yeah, sit here with Secretary Boobs and like, do nothing basically.
Yeah, and so he's wrapping up his midnight shift or his shift that ends at midnight, and so Ava is coming in to do her 14-hour shift or whatever. Comes in and like immediately like a guy in a stocking mask comes in and is going to menace her.
Starts choking her. Like doesn't just menace her, like straight up like up against the wall choking her.
Right.
Yeah, and he pulls out a knife when she pulls out nunchucks.
Yeah, like just from the choking, she reaches back and like, oh, my handy dandy nunchucks, which I never am going to remotely use like nunchucks are used.
No. They're just a thing.
They're
to
just
hit
a
you
blunt
with.
instrument.
Yeah. So out of nowhere, Russian man who has been in every Sedaris movie pops into the movie, and he's just, I will defend you. And beats that guy up, and then she's like, well,
the guy like pulls a gun and slowly backs away, and there's just like doesn't say a word and just like whoop, 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 just like disappears off. It's like I'm good.
He had the upper hand. Like even though there were now two of them, he still had a gun, and then he just slowly backs away and then runs out, and and then he's like, so am I man enough now for you?
Tough guy now.
Yeah, and she's like, well, you know, in America anything is possible. Zip.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she was already wearing like lingerie.
Oh yeah, she had like just a robe and her fucking non-underwear on.
Yeah, and the scuffle, basically, her nips have just fallen out.
Yeah, she might as well be nude. And so Russian guy's like, sweet, time to score.
Yeah. So they start boning on the air.
Yes, they do.
Because she takes a call
She does
mid-bone about how the guy's a Gemini and how she's a Gemini also.
Yeah, because the guy just, Ava, I'm a Gemini and I don't know how to do stuff. And she's just like, oh, you got to do the thing. So.
What was that again? Can you do that one?
No, I can't. I grossed myself out doing that. It's really.
Oh, God.
Anyway, they bone on the air.
Yeah. Which is sex scene number 432 of the movie.
Yeah, we are pretty much in showgirls territory at this point of like, stop fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then, like, later, they are just chilling in the hot tub, and her breasts are just free flowing any which way the
jets
current is.
The jets are waggling them itself.
And
that's Hooters on the current. Or tidal titties.
His helper friend shows back up, and he's in a sling and has bruises all over him, and she's like, "Hey," and he's like, "What? I did thing to make you have sex, so we good?" And that guy's like, "We gotta go." And, "Oh, we have to go now for reasons." So they leave. But haha, funny.
Funny.
Yes, hilarious.
Yeah.
Donna has been kidnapped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an odd scene because
A bunch of the okay, so like
yeah.
Julie Strain has turned again.
Well, what happens is like she sees a guy sneaking onto the boat,
Yeah,
and she's going to go out
ninjas
and
are
stop
here.
him, and someone has a gun to her head, and the ninja shoots not our buddy,
Not Captain Beefcake. Like
His assistant. There's an
the
assistant.
first mate.
Yeah, the first
he shoots
mate.
Gilligan.
Assistant sexy schooner man.
Yeah, and the guy sneaking on the boat shoots him,
Yeah.
and then the other ones all like storm the boat, and it turns and Kane's like, "What is this?" And suddenly, Julie Strain shoots Captain Nautical,
Yeah.
and murders him.
Yeah, because we're like, wait, why?
And she turned on Kane, and they brought Donna in, and they bring out the jewel. They're like, "Bring the jewel here."
Yeah, and so like this main dude, he's the one who sent Julie Strain to kill him, and they have some backstory, but just God, who fucking cares? Like, I just at this point the plot is so exhausting and so nothing at the same time. But they worked together in the past, and also Kane is the son of the
because he gets tied up with Donna and basically is like, do you sprechen any Deutsch? And she's like, a little bit, and and he's like, do you know what so-and-so, like, this guy's name is? And he's like, yeah, that's German for walking stick, which, if you speak a little bit of German, is walking stick going to be one of them that you just know?
No.
Like,
No.
no, it's not. But then she's like, walking stick, Kane. Oh, my God, he's your dad. Your dad was a Nazi.
oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, whatever. Backstory, blah blah.
And then
blah.
he's like, yeah, like he didn't. My dad didn't give that to him at all. He killed my parents.
And even though there are competing factions in all this, they all seem to have the same goal, which seems to be to embarrass the United States Secret Service. Which they never make clear why that's such a diabolical thing.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, it happens every fucking day. But I mean, like they're just like, we will embarrass the United States Secret Service. Mwah. It's like. So? Who fucking cares?
They'll keep it secret.
Yeah. So they produce the diamond. The diamond is fake. And they're like, we have to go get the real one. That son of a bitch double-crossed us. Chang is like, apparently still got the real one. Maybe. Whatever. At this point, I don't even fucking know. Who
Basically, he was like, he was gonna look good by giving back this diamond, but not actually give it back at all. And haha.
Yeah, but I also thought Kane switched him out at some point. I don't know. I really don't know.
They stole the fake.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so they have Kane and Donna tied up, and
Yeah, they
Donna goes to sleep, and Kane is just like, well, time to have a very British fantasy about you now. Because it's just smoky room and James Bond imagery, and then just a smoky bed that Donna is writhing around on, and he's just like, well, I might bed you in this bed a bit.
Yeah, but it's very presented very James Bondy.
Yeah.
Bondy. But like the Andy Sedaris budget version of James Bondy.
Yeah.
So,
but you kind of get like a recreation of the For Your Eyes Only poster.
yeah, at one point,
Yeah.
and there's the MIDI version of kind of like a Bond thing, which sounds like the music you would use on one of your videos.
Yeah, to escape copyright.
where you're just like, let me find the cheesiest version of this song that's made in a MIDI, and yeah, that's kind of imagine the Bond version of that.
I didn't have time to write music. I decided to just ad-lib it.
Yeah, but they wake up from that.
Yeah, but they sex scene number 543.
Sure.
Yep. They wake up from that, and they're basically being brought to Chang.
Yeah, they're on his grounds somewhere.
Yeah, and it's a bunch of like, ha ha ha! I have the upper ground, upper ground here, and then he's like, I'm going to kill you, and it'll be the best thing. I should have killed you back when I killed your parents. Ha 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 ha! And then Kane is like, this guy, how do you trust him? I know him. He's an arms dealer. He's not like Chinese intelligence or anything like that.
Yeah.
Why do you think they wear that red star on their uniform? Like, what kind of intelligence officer would do that? And he's like, you make some points. I don't know if they're good, but you make some.
That guy's like, shut up, Kane.
He's like, oh, you're going to trust him? You're going to kill him, and don't trust him. And fine, ninja stars for everyone.
Yeah, because it's like the Fat Kenny Powers henchman. Like it's kind of like this is making some sense.
Yeah,
I was about to pull his gun. And
yeah. And then he gets necked.
He gets ninja starred to the neck.
Sure, Kenny Powers.
Yeah, and that's when Chang pulls out a knife. Like all these people are armed with guns, and he's like, murder!
Yeah.
And then gets murdered.
He shouts treachery.
Treachery, that's right. I knew it was something really, like, odd.
Yeah. He just shouts treachery, takes half a step, and is instantly killed. And you're just like, well, that was... Who cares? Who cares? Also, when they were escaping the boat, when they were getting off the boat to go see Chang... Donna just snatched up the diamond that was sitting on an end table in the yacht and put it in her boot.
And in this chaos, she walks over to the little Nazi box and swaps them out. Puts the fake one in there that she had in her boot and puts the real one back in her boot.
Yes.
So she now has the real diamond.
She does.
And then she basically, she's still like, handcuffed, zip tied together, and like rounds a corner and meets the female, one of the assassin, the Chinese assassins.
What happens is, like, for some reason... Bruce and Nicole are there.
Yes. They've all converged. Everyone's here now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we knew Nicole was there. It's just like...
No, they're there. It's just all of a sudden,
it's just
like,
when shit goes wrong,
yeah.
they start shooting people.
Yes. They just pop in and just like, we're here now.
Murder time.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. She popped up and shot somebody that was about to shoot Donna or something. And then, yeah. That's what set the chaos off.
A lot of henchmen are dispatched.
Right.
But there is a point where there's one guy is coming for Donna. He's about to shoot her from across a pool, and that's when Nicole headshots this dude in the forehead.
Yep.
Goes
with
falls
an
in
Uzi.
the pool.
One shot with an Uzi.
One shot with an
headshot.
Uzi. And Donna goes, yes,
yes. Yeah. Nicole also gets confronted by the flippy lady, the white girl who's supposed to be Asian, who's apparently someone's cousin or something.
Yeah.
But she just does a bunch of backflips and is like, hi-ya! And so she just gets Indiana Jones to death because Donna just pulls or Nicole pulls a gun out of who knows where, shoots her. It makes like a cannon sound, but it's like a fucking Derringer. Again, it's the tiniest gun that makes the loudest sound for some reason. It must be a running joke with them.
Yeah.
So...
But she shoots her and is like, yeah. There's a lot of kill person and thing going on.
Yes. Julie Strain gets... She gets back to the boat.
She basically runs and grabs the jewel that was in the box.
Right.
So she's got the fake one. Her and the leader of the Chinese resistance or whoever these people were supposed to be get on the boat and try and take off.
Yeah.
But she's like, okay, these guys messed up our plan. Fuck them.
Yep.
Where's the attack helicopter?
Yeah, we're launching our evil black helicopter at them.
Yeah. And at this point, Lucas and Evie are like, oh, well, we need to get our helicopter out. However, they're in the middle of a desert.
They are.
Their scenes are filmed in the middle of a desert.
I believe probably in Arizona.
Julie Strain's scenes are filmed on a boat, like in California or Hawaii. I'm not sure which.
Yep.
Totally different location.
Yep. And they are shooting each other at one point.
And they launch out the helicopter. And so Lucas is driving the one helicopter. She's driving the other.
Yep.
And they do this whole, like, aerial thing that's poorly filmed because they don't have the budget to actually shoot things at these things because they don't want to hit them.
It's hard to make two remote control helicopters look like they're actually fighting each other because they're not that well controllable.
But eventually, Lucas blows up her chopper. Or no, Lucas blows up her chopper, and she gets pissed, pulls out a gun, and somehow shoots him from miles away,
states away,
the desert. Yes, and then that's suddenly when Nicole and Bruce are running back, and she's shooting the ground near them, and we're like, I don't understand what just happened, but yeah. But eventually, because Lucas gets shot, and he tells Evie, cover me. To which she jumps on top of him while he's on the ground. And he goes, no, not like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And we were laughing so hard at that, we didn't hear what she said to justify what she did, but who cares?
It is pretty great.
Yeah.
But
they
Donna eventually takes over the chopper.
Yeah.
And is dodging bullet fire from Julie Strain, and then launches one of the missiles at the yacht, blowing that yacht the fuck up. Or, well, something in the water where the yacht was.
It's a match cut shot to something blowing up.
Yeah.
But blow that thing the hell up. And Lucas getting pissed because that was my boat.
Yeah.
That was my yacht. Kane. Sorry,
Yeah.
Kane.
Yeah.
Furious.
Yes. Very
that
upset.
they've blown up his yacht.
Yeah, mine yacht.
Yeah. So the gang basically goes back to the hot tub to wind down. Donna gets an envelope in the mail, and it's the pictures that we never really got into the whole like blackmail thing about it, but they had pictures that they were going to use to say that she was in cahoots with Kane.
Yeah, and then they were going to blow up the boat with both of them on it,
Yeah.
so that everyone would blame Chang. That everyone would think Chang was lucky that he got out of there, and that it was their fault for stealing the diamond, and it got blown up with them.
But it's just autographed, and it's like, next time.
Maybe next time, Donna.
And
XOXO.
And she's just like, oh.
Oh, that Kane.
She did say when she blew up the yacht, she kind of like almost turned to the camera and said, my work here is done. And you're like, yeah, your work is done. This is your last movie done.
It's the last movie for almost all of them,
yeah.
actually.
But yeah, it's just literally all of them in the hot tub drinking champagne, and they're just like, sweet, we did things.
Yeah, except for Ava, who presents the diamond to the Russian ambassador while he's getting on the plane.
Yes. He's like, will I see you again? And they just keep saying in America anything is possible. So, yeah.
So,
there's one last shot of Kane in a little raft going somewhere, which I don't understand how he mailed congratulatory secret photos of Donna to her while he's trapped in this raft.
And Kane says, my yacht got blown up. I don't have the diamond. There's a balloon payment due on my house next week.
Yes.
I have
love
nothing.
Balloon payment.
Yeah. Do you still love me, Silk?
Yeah.
And she goes, sure, I'll still love you. I won't be with you anymore, but I'll still love you.
I'll miss you, but
And he's just like, oh, you.
I don't know if you're serious or not.
Yeah. Well, bye. Kind of it.
Yep.
Kind of fizzles away after that.
Yep.
No Stargrove.
Oh, no.
Edie's song is not good.
No.
And the music is worse.
Yes.
Unless you're really like big on ad-lib sounds, as in the ad-lib music card, not ad-libbing music. But yeah.
Yeah. Filmed on Turtle Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Right.
this is another Sedaris movie.
It sure is. And what do Sedaris movies get?
Jocks.
Right.
There's boobs. There's explosions. There's one-liners.
Uh-huh.
And I honestly think that, I mean, this one is nonsense,
Yes.
but I kind of think I enjoyed this one the most since Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Actually, probably since Picasso Trigger. I think I feel like I enjoyed it on about the same level as Picasso Trigger.
Okay.
I'm going 3 jocks.
All right.
The only caveat, which is going to sound like the weirdest caveat ever, there's too much sex in this movie. I can't believe I'm saying this right now.
No.
But there is a period. There's like, I mean, the movie's what, 97 minutes? And I swear to you, at least 50 of it is people Cinemax fucking. So,
Yeah.
and it's kind of, you're just like, all right, we get it. I like boobs.
Yeah, we get.
I
Move on.
I like grindy women, but man, it's just like that whole Showgirls thing where it's like, all right, we get it. Put your clothes back on.
Right.
It's cool, but yeah, we're good here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
otherwise, like this one has the most knowing humor in it, I think, out of all of them. And that kind of worked for me, you know, especially Edie jumping on him and him going, not like that.
It's certainly the one that takes itself the least seriously, I think, mainly because it knew it had no story whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is the song for like all of them.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't think anyone except Julie Strain comes back, and
Which is how.
and she's a different character in the next one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but I had a lot of fun with this. I think we laughed at a lot of things, and if you put the Dark Forces Scream in anything, I'm probably gonna like it more.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I had a good time with this, but like I re-listened to our Hard Hunted episode today, and that one I gave 3 jocks to. I guess I felt like that was a more cohesive thing. It had a bunch of dumb stuff in it that we really liked. I think this one has a bunch of dumb stuff in it that we really like too, but this one did have some stretches of just like, what is happening? And not the sex scenes. I'm talking about just like just 2 people talking. Like anytime Kane was telling his backstory, I was just like, dude, just shut up. What are you doing? Why is no one fucking? Like, why is nothing blowing up? What? Nobody gives a shit. Like, how they are taking this character after one movie who literally ended the last movie with like almost at each other's throats, like, I must murder you, to I must sex you now. It's nonsense, but that's what that's what these movies are. I don't know. 2 jocks just seems like where these movies end up going. I don't feel like this one did anything amazing. The dueling remote control helicopters are fine, but yeah, still just nothing reaches the heights of where we started.
Oh yeah,
it's just
we started at the top.
Yeah, which is a shame. And I guess I guess that his thing is boobs are cheap. These crazy devices.
Well, I mean, he finds Playboy models.
Yeah.
And is like, hey, do you want to hang out in Hawaii for a couple months?
All you have to do is take your top off and say a couple of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the feeling of these movie sets, they had to be so much fun. It had to be fun to make movies with Andy Sedaris.
I sure hope so. I sure hope so, because these movies.
Nicole is the only one who ever comes off as like, I don't remember what the actress's name is, but she always seems like she's the only one that doesn't want to be there doing any of this.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody else is like, this is fun, whatever.
Yeah.
We're in Hawaii.
She does seem cranky, like just not having a good time. I don't know. I think they probably were. I think they were probably vacations for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. I hope that's what they were. I really do, because they on screen they come across as being silly fun. Mm-hmm. Because like the dudes are made to be idiots basically, and it's the women who run everything and take care of everything. But yeah, 2 jocks. I mean, it's enjoyable. I don't know. It just didn't strike me as amazing as the last one, which wasn't amazing either. But I think I had more fun with that one than this one. So. But this one does have some high highs. It really does. Mm-hmm. Just some dialogue choices. Holy shit.
Yep.
Anchors away.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn because, like, on some ways, this is one of the better ones since the early ones. Mm-hmm. But there's way too many sex scenes. Like, yeah, just absolutely. Just it's exhausting at a point. And, like, to me the level of, to say techie toys is not right, but like the goofy
just hobby bullshit.
Yeah. Like I mean, like the last one had a fucking hovercraft. Like this one, like there's a dune buggy.
Yeah.
Like
and it had Al Leong's custom like sweet attack chopper.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's like it kind of sucks that like we're down to like, okay, we got some RC helicopters and that's it.
And a remote control car.
Yeah, and a remote control car.
You can literally watch us buying it.
Right. I just, it kind of sucks because, like, there are things about it that feel better, but then, like, the soundtrack is just shit. And there's way too many faux Skinamax sex scenes, and I don't know. It's just, like, there's so many things that bring this one down that I think I got to give it a 2 jocks. I got to go down from the last one because I think I gave it 3 as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just tighten it up. Like, I mean, I feel like some of these, like, you just like stop making more additional movies, just cram the best bits into one movie. Like I feel like if you took the last one and this one and had decided to make one movie, and it was the saga of whatever the fuck Kane's agenda is, and just get it done, you would have had a full complete movie instead of like padding this one with boobs, which are full of padding. Yeah.
I don't begrudge any of these naked ladies.
I don't either.
I'm totally fine with ta-das all over the movie. That's fine by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's the dialogue scenes that were bothering me.
Oh no,
because I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, there's that quotient. There's like the showgirls quotient. It's
Yeah.
like it's just at a certain point, it's like I'm tired of looking at boobs. Like
At some point, you have to go home from the strip club.
yeah,
Like you could stay out there all night, but at some point, you're like, I'm good.
yeah. Then you're that guy that's like, yeah, boobs do nothing for me. Like I've lived at the strip club and now it's
Man, we're so jaded. Sedaris has jaded us. What has happened? I know. But I
that's why
I agree with you.
Well, it's sort of like, look, I mean, here's a like a sandwich and a whole bunch of like talking about boobs and other shit. Here's a little piece of life advice. I know everyone says like get a job doing what you love. Don't. Don't. I mean, unless like you're like 100% calling the shots and like, doing some dream thing, do not involve your job with anything that you like, because if it's a fucking job and not a career, you're gonna hate it. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like this podcast.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Why
my point is like, you go be strip club DJ, eventually you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
All the magic is gone.
Yeah, I'm going to the Magic Mike Club instead.
Exactly. You're like, fuck yeah, dongers.
Yeah.
Don't ever get to see dongers.
Get my job at Danglers. Yeah. Anyway, that's all. Let's take a break, shall we?
Let's.
Okay.
Yeah, dongers.
I don't have anything for second half.
This guy went to the theater.
I do. I have a couple things, but
Oh yeah, you used a MoviePass.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, you'll have to tell us about your MoviePass experience.
I will talk.
Do you have a card?
I do.
I want to see it.
Okay, it's not on me right now, but I can obtain it.
Oh, yeah.
Right now. All right.
Show me the card.
I'm not gonna put it on the live stream because it has a number.
Oh, yeah, good idea. What about you, Chuck? You got anything? No.
Man, I get do or die 4 jocks. That must have been pretty good. I don't remember shit about do or die.
It's a straight up credit card. It's branded MasterCard.
Really?
Yeah.
So you go to the theater and you just swipe it and
Yeah, here.
MultiPass.
I mean, like, yeah, you check in via the app, but then like you go to the counter and purchase a ticket just like normal. But
Man.
at least at the Regal, they were like, you probably want to go to the customer service desk, because the other guys would be like, I don't know how to do this. So I'm sure it's different per theater, but yeah, you basically act like you're buying a ticket.
Huh.
Yeah,
Well then.
that's the thing.
And you just swipe it as a ticket. As
Yeah,
a
well,
purchase.
I thought I'd just go to the kiosk and like do pick up ticket. Didn't work. Like I had to go to the desk and they were like, "What movie you seen?" Told them the movie, and then, okay, here's your ticket, which is good because that means I still get a stub.
So it only worked at Regal, or does it work at?
No, it works in other ones.
Cinemark
It's just
or
where I
AMC?
went.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. The Regal here had the most showtimes for slightly older movies.
Okay. Yeah, that
So
makes
it's
sense.
just where I ended up going
Yeah.
because both movies were at reasonable times and not like, hey, we have one 10 p.m. show left.
Yeah. Have they done anything to that theater yet, or is it still what it's?
Just the one at Avenues. I didn't
Yeah.
go to the shitbox one on Beach Boulevard.
Oh God,
that one's
no.
fucking terrible.
No,
And I used to
that's
go-
the one closest to my house, and I refuse to go there ever.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but like, right next to it is like one of the biggest trailer parks in all of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
There's your problem. It's fucking huge. You
Well,
know, on Port Side, it's fucking huge.
It also flooded at some point.
Yeah, that too.
And they never properly cleaned it.
No,
So-
that place is just fucking awful now. Like literally, will take your shoe off.
Is
if
that
you're
where we
wearing
went to see
flip-flops.
Moon? Though was it? Because wasn't that the only place that was showing Moon way back when?
Might be.
I think so. It's sad because I've seen a lot of movies.
Oh, yeah,
at
when-
that
when it
one,
first
like-
opened,
like
yeah,
up
I-
through the. Then about 10 years ago, I was like, I can never go back to that one.
No, but I mean, I hate to say it, but there is a correlation to like that Port Side place is fucking huge.
Yeah.
And it's not like a nice one. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with like living in a trailer or whatever, but like that's not a good place.
No.
Like the cops are in there a lot. But yeah, no, I remember there was something. It might have been Moon that, like, why I went back there, and I was like, oh fuck, never again. I don't even care what movie it is.
it was worth going to that one to see Moon.
Yes, but barely. I mean, I'm not disparaging Moon. I'm just saying that's how shitty that theater is. But yeah. Anywho, let's talk about these
Chuck
movies.
looks like he's concentrating.
What are you concentrating on, Chuck?
What are you doing?
I'm just looking at something.
Are you looking at boobs?
No.
Are you being boobing?
I'm not being boobing. I don't want to get you guys too excited.
Okay. Then
But by the time we get to the next actual Sedaris movie, Dead Pryor's in it.
Really?
He's also like 20th
Really?
build.
Oh.
Never mind.
That's why I didn't want to get you too excited.
I think it's impossible to get me too excited about a Sedaris movie at this point.
Would this help?
What if I told you?
You got a Hard Ticket to Hawaii 2 in there?
Yes. Let me show it to you. Please look at my hard ticket to Hawaii.
There's one called Cancer Snake Returns.
Yeah.
There is a Return to Savage Beach.
There is, yes. Featuring no one who was in Savage Beach.
Well, the
just
beach
ended up on that
returns, not the
beach.
people.
Yeah.
Don't you know anything?
No,
Well, that's unfortunate.
I do not. I'm sorry.
All right, should we do this? So nobody has anything for the second half except for me. Are we going to try to do some correspondence or anything, or do we want to?
Okay, I don't know what it is, but Discord has started to email me. Hey, you missed a bunch of messages in Discord.
Well,
Like-
that shit needs to stop.
Yeah, every fucking 20 minutes.
Oh, that will not stand.
Like if I log in and then log out, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Russian last
Fuck
stand,
off
man.
with that. Go to hell.
Quit slacking, Discord.
No.
Yeah, there's...
Why did I do that? That's uncomfortable.
What?
I don't know. I just instinctively put my wallet in my back pocket. And that's dumb.
It is.
It's uncomfortable.
Dumb. So dumb.
It'll mess up your spine.
Sure, he's got a great big fat wallet. I try to go with the thinnest wallet possible, and then it just always turns into shit.
Okay, there, Costanza.
Huh? What? I mean, I was doing really well. Now I've
Yeah?
got too many fucking cards.
Oh.
Fucking cards.
Well, there's one Humble Bundle I will not be getting.
Oh, you don't want anime porn, Humble Bundle?
Nah, no thanks.
Come on.
Come on.
Nah, I'm good.
Not gonna lie, Honey Pop's actually fun. It's still gross, but it's fun.
Okay, no.
No?
No?
The one kind of pertains to BJ, so we're not going to read that while he's...
Oh, okay. We could just answer for him.
Nah.
We could channel him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just do a thing then.
I want to hear you talk about movies.
Okay.
And of course, I got an email that's kind of only relevant this week, so...
Well, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll do it. And there is voicemail, so if you want to look them up.
Well, now the truth comes out.
Yeah. Turns out there was things there all along.
They were always inside you.
Yeah, especially if you only got...
Yeah.
If Chuck and I got nothing, we may as well get some emails.
Nah,
in.
I mean, I've seen some shit, but I can't talk about it. Sorry. Busy.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
All right, welcome back.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey!
Keeping it chill. for the
Yeah.
second half.
All right.
Like we always do.
Going to go into chill mode.
Yeah.
So, I got a couple of movies to talk about.
I would
Thank
like to
God,
hear some
'cause
stories.
Yeah.
I haven't watched shit.
Yeah.
Look, I will preface this by saying I'm not in any way shilling. I'm just telling you the story of what I personally did with no affiliation to the Bearsuit Studios, Inc., or whatever the fuck we are.
Okay.
I signed up for MoviePass, a little thing you may have heard of all over the news about a week and a half
Yeah,
ago.
like everybody went nuts
Yeah.
for a day.
So apparently it was a thing. It just wasn't really registering with anybody until they were like, "Hey, what if we cut that price in half?" And all of a sudden, people were like, $10 a month for all the movies you can see in a theater. Oh my god! Let's post this everywhere.
Honestly, like $20 a month is a pretty fucking good
I
deal.
would have done it had I known about it. This was the first I heard about it, so it sounded like they needed to have some sort of groundswell before, they could have kept it at the old price. Anywho, but I signed up for it and I did it like damn near immediately when I read about it that morning. So I ended up getting my card faster. I guess a lot of people are still waiting to get their card because they got hit so hard in their like first couple days. So anyway, I got it and I was like, finally got a chance to go try it. And I figured, if you don't know, it's $10 a month, all the movies you want to see, but max of one per 24 hours.
Okay.
So you couldn't do a daily marathon.
Right, yeah, you couldn't just go there, unless you theater skip, but you can't do it legally on the card.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, well, if I'm going to try this, I've got a 3-day weekend, I'm going to try this for real. I want to make sure that the within 24 hours thing work. Not that I'm going to have that situation too many times, but I'm going to give it a go. So, Sunday, I rolled up and saw Atomic Blonde.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was basically like, I started this with like some slightly older movies just because I wanted to see them while they were still in the theater, and then I figured I can catch up and watch some of the newer shit when it comes out. So, rolled up and saw Atomic Blonde. I think that's like a pretty good to really good movie that was unfortunately completely missold to me. I feel like in the trailers. And this is part of the reason why I just don't want to see trailers ever. It's just, that was one of those where when I was generally tuning out trailers, it was so well done, it caught my attention, and I just started paying attention to the trailer. Because, yeah, I mean, the trailers make it look like it's basically Jane Wick. Like, it's we're going to do all the John Wick things, but here's Charlize Theron, and she's going to kick just as much ass. It's not that at all. It's a slick spy thing that happens to have some action scenes in it. It's not wall-to-wall action John Wick style at all.
Yeah, the trailer made you think this is her going around kicking ass everywhere she goes.
Exactly.
She pretty much gets her ass kicked everywhere she goes.
Yeah. So, like, I liked it, but I think, like, I would have liked going in with a little bit less preconceived notions about it. So I think maybe it's like one of those things I might need to watch again before I can, like, really state how I feel about it, just because there are multiple action scenes. There are two, like, intense, long action, like, prolonged action things that are very good. But, like, other than that, it's just, like, almost Jason Bourne style, like, oh, situation, click, 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 it's done. Like, keep moving. Like, it's, she's skilled like John Wick, but it's, like, it just doesn't have that, like, I'm going to murder 157 people in this movie. It's more like, I'm going to kill maybe 20, if that. Like, I mean, I don't know what the body count was. I'm just saying, like, it was not wall-to-wall body count.
The director's bringing her into his office. Listen, we need you to up your numbers this month.
You're just not meeting the Wick quotient.
Yeah,
here.
Charlize, you've only killed like 20 men.
Yeah.
What do we pay? We don't pay you to kill 20 men. We pay you to kill 120 men.
Yeah.
No.
So, like, I liked it. I just think, like I said, it was unfortunately one of those cases of, like, preconceived notions, which is why, fuck trailers for the most part. I'm sorry, but anyway, like, just tell your movie on what it actually is, and if people want to see it, they will come see it, and if they don't, then you're not going to have angry people going like, that's not the movie. I mean, that doesn't do anybody any favors when you missell a movie. So
yeah.
Anyway, liked it, didn't love it. Subject to change on additional viewings when I can, like, separate it from notions.
Notions.
So slightly 24 hours after the last one, I decided to go back again, and this time I saw Valerian.
Hey, somebody saw Valerian.
The City of a Thousand Planets.
I figured it was now or never before it goes away.
Right.
Forever.
Yeah.
Not even releasing it on home video.
No, they're just burning it to the ground.
Get out.
No VHS for it.
No,
Not even hitting the
that
rental
I
market.
could probably confirm.
You're probably
there
right.
would
No
be no
VHS.
VHS. So let me start by saying that, like, I have probably even on here gone on record saying that I love Luc Besson. Like, I really dig his early French shit. I like Fifth Element. I like all the way up until, like, the weird Joan of Arc movie, and I mean, like, there's enough going on in those that I was still on board. I even like Angel A or Angela, however you want to say it. And then he went off and did his like, I'm retired from filmmaking. Nah, I'm going to come back and make kids movies only. And it was like, I'm not following you here. I don't give a shit about, those things.
The little animated elf movie.
Yeah,
whatever the hell that was.
I just don't care about those. And then when he started getting back in live action, it was like, all right, I will watch this. So I watched The Family. It's just a movie that exists. There is nothing fucking special. Anybody could have made that movie.
Yeah.
And then like Lucy was like, all right, maybe he's getting back. There's a little bit of a La Femme Nikita vibe to this one. Maybe you're getting back to your roots. So I was like, Lucy was somewhere between La Femme Nikita and The Professional, I feel like, with some weird mind shit happening towards the end. And I was like, all right, maybe this is his fucking fifth album. Maybe everyone was wrong about this movie. They're not. This movie is a goddamn mess. It just is. Like, I think the most damning thing I could say is, I think I described after seeing Baby Driver, like I could not get that movie out of my head. Just days later, like just shit was still replaying in my head. I had no problem with that with Valerian. I saw that slightly over 24 hours ago. I barely remember a goddamn thing about it at this point.
Wow.
Like there's so much happening in that movie that like by the time it's kind of like the boobs in in Fit to Kill. It's like by the end it was like, I've just seen so many boobs, I couldn't tell you what boobs I saw or who they were, what face they went with. I'm not saying anything wrong. It's just like, you've just presented me with too many boobs.
Yeah. Too many boobs.
Like
too many boobs.
It keeps feeling like it's going to dip into something interesting, and then it was just like, we had like 40 years worth of story, and we got one movie, one chance to do it. Mom's spaghetti, and it just fucking it's fucked up. It's there's just so much happening.
Fucked up.
I mean, it's bordering. I mean, to put it one way, it's bordering on like a Pirates of the Caribbean sequel, where it's just like, now we're over here, now I'm over here, now I'm over here, now we're doing this, now we're doing this, and it's just like, the fuck is even happening at this point? Like, just
like you're just wondering why characters are where they are.
Just like settle down and let a scene fucking breathe. That's all. Like I know Fifth Element is kinetic as hell, but it's charming, and like everything just. It was new and exciting, and wacky alien species were a thing, and now it's just like, yeah, you did this, but I just don't care about it in this for some reason. Yeah. It's just nothing about the scope or anything works, and I can't figure out, like, I think everyone seems to have a problem with the two main stars, and I can't, I do too, and I can't put my finger on exactly why. I think one, this movie's almost told like a vignette. Like you come into the middle of their story and you're just supposed to pick up with like whatever weird mood lighting bullshit they've got going on, where it's like, we kind of like each other, but we can't do that because it would fucking kill the ratings, and so they're like in the middle of this, like from the first time you meet, and it's just like, it just plays throughout. I'm like, why do I give a shit? You've got to give me some lead in. You can't just be like, we're this close to fucking, but we work together, so yeah. And then it's just like, it's like moment one, they're at that stage, like season 2 or 3 of a sitcom, and there's just they never feel right. Like sometimes movie pairings just don't feel right. Like they feel like
bad chemistry.
Yeah, bad chemistry. Like they have like this brother and sister vibe, and it's just like it just doesn't work.
No,
and not like literally, but I mean, like they have that much chemistry together somehow.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know.
So you're saying that's a pass?
It's a pretty hard pass. Like, there are things in it I think you should see. Unfortunately, you're going to probably see the rest of the movie around it. Like, there are some very cool alien designs and shit. And there's one section of the movie that is a major part of the movie, but it just kind of glosses over it by the end, where it's like, here's this stylish Avatar-esque, and I mean that in a good way, like, fantastical world, and it's like almost no dialogue and all this stuff, and it goes on for like 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, enough of that shit. Pew pew pew. Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
that's the entire rest of that movie.
Pew pew pew.
Boom.
Pew pew pew.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I don't know. Like, I know I had a lot more to say about that one than I did Atomic Blonde, which is weird because Atomic Blonde is most assuredly a better movie. But,
Okay.
All right then. So Chuck,
Yeah.
you've been doing anything other than making videos for your 31 horror movies in 31 days, which is currently underway
Literally no.
on youtube.com/watercooler?
Nothing else.
Nothing else?
But thanks for the plug.
You're welcome. I haven't made shit.
Okay.
I haven't made my bonus podcast for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't watched any movies. Just been planning for a hurricane, man.
Yeah, I mean...
However...
Yes?
I got some emails.
Share your emails with us.
Well, they're not just my emails. They're our emails.
Oh.
And I will proceed to read them now. We even got a voicemail, too. It's a two-parter.
Oh.
It's
Two-part voicemail?
Yeah.
Did they run out of time?
I don't recall. I think there was an addition to it. We took a few weeks off.
A PS?
Sure.
Okay.
So this one, I want to note, came in at like 2:13 a.m. So
Best time.
Yeah, this one's from Vinny. And it's titled 48-Hour Film Project. Hey, big bad buff behemoth motherfuckers. Or four smarmy nerds talking movies.
Okay.
I'm behind, so I won't get into this for a bit. But I'm just emailing to tell BJ I should have heeded his warning. He did say that while it was somewhat fun and a learning experience, the 48-Hour Film Project will change you. I now hate all my friends, and we sneer at each other over coffee and cookies. I'm kidding. I don't drink coffee. We won some stuff, and it was fun, but do be prepared. Also, I'm the asshole who suggested Steel Justice before finishing it. What can I say? Cocaine. It's a hell of a drug. But yeah, so I have a habit of jumping onto half-built bandwagons. What was my point again? Oh, action. Jackson. Anyway, I have another suggestion for another day. Peace out. BMFcast out. Help a guy out. Why? Because Stone Cold said so. Fuck you, Chuck. I'm kidding. You'll always be the BMFcast Jason Newkid. VG3, sent from the edge of sanity over on Bleecker across from that grody pizza place.
All right.
That email is like a Family Guy episode come to life.
It's almost like a beat poet email.
It does have a rhythm.
I don't know if he
to
was
it, but-
suggesting Action Jackson, but if he was, listen to episode 200, and we apologize for the auto quality on that one.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Action Jackson rules.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty great, and it got a standing ovation.
Yeah, it did.
But thanks, Vinny, I think.
Yeah, sure.
That was
Sorry about your troubles.
That definitely sounds like a post 48-hour film project.
Maybe a little fried.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool. You're in New York. You can get new friends.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Just take a subway ride. Make new friends.
That's what I hear.
People are very friendly on the subway.
That's I hear that also.
That's Japan. They're too friendly.
Oh.
Yeah. New York, they just don't give a. They don't even look at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if
New
you're
York,
pissing on your head.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, straight ahead. Don't
Yeah.
look. Don't make eye contact.
It's almost a Zen state,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, thanks. Thanks, Vinny.
Yeah, thank you, Vinny.
So, got voicemail.
See.
See, indeed.
Hey, BMFcasters, this is MC Wagner calling, stuck in traffic midway between Elmhurst and Urbana, Illinois. Just finished listening to the latest BMFcast and thought I'd call in with a couple of quick comments. First, on mixing up Ghost in the Shell with Appleseed, this is an entirely understandable thing to do because they were actually both made by the same Japanese manga creator, Shiro Masamune, who those are the two of his sort of big, well-known works which he made before he wandered off and decided to go create terrifying horse porn. Seriously, don't look that up. Oh, Japan.
Wasn't gonna.
The other thing is I thought I'd call in with you fast approaching your 400th episode and ask each of you if you had any particular moment from previous BMFcasts that you would mark down as your favorite moment. Mine would have to be the first discussion of toilet wine, which the first time I heard it actually had me laughing so hard I literally couldn't see for a minute or two, which it turns out is rather dangerous on the highways. So yeah, you can add me to another potential fatality caused by your podcasting. And the last thing is that I was wondering what each of your not favorite movies are, but movies that you most frequently try to press on other people. I find this is actually a much better measure of a person's taste as to what they really want other people to watch and appreciate more than what they would list as their own personal favorite movies. Because if they're honest, a lot of people have favorite movies in common, and telling someone your favorite movie is Indiana Jones or Star Wars isn't particularly profound or interesting. But the small film or practically unknown film that you have decided to champion can be a much more interesting discussion and generate a lot more interesting views for your listening audience. So I just thought I'd call in with a couple of questions and a comment. Yeah, that's about it. Crash and burn, MC Wagner out. Sent from my fucked up Garmin that is mysteriously stuck in Acadian French.
Well then.
Huh.
So favorite moments. I think mine is one that actually made the outtakes of an episode. Was when for some reason it was an email where someone mentioned that John Cena could eat a bowl of fuck, and I could not get through reading that sentence without laughing.
That was a pretty good email.
I don't know. I think it was Blair that sent it, but I don't know why. But like, I just kept trying to read it, and I kept losing it, and I can't. And that must have been pre live stream,
Maybe.
but I just kept reading that thing over and over and over, and everyone just kept laughing more and more. And then when I finally got through it, everyone's like, "That was it? It was just eat a bowl of fuck." Because I'd be like, John Cena can eat a bowl of and just couldn't handle it. Yeah. Otherwise, it is every moment that we spent making Cinescrote and how many takes it took.
Yeah.
Because we would probably get about 20 seconds in before somebody would just die laughing and ruin the take. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost tempted. I'm half tempted. I'd have to go and listen to it to make sure we don't say some truly horrid things, but I'm half tempted to put out the raw audio of that.
Oh, God.
No. That's like 3 hours long.
I don't
at
care.
least.
It's up to somebody if they want to listen to it.
We'll put it on the Patreon for like $100.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
If you really want this, open your wallets.
Bow your hearts.
Or make that like the next goal, the monthly goal. We hit this number, the raw Cinescrote episode goes out. Aside from just saying like the entire Deathstalker episode, since that was my first episode, that was a lot of fun. But man, that fight we got into about Man's Best Friend,
that is pretty good.
Is like I swear, week after week after week, I don't remember shit. Like as soon as we turn off the mics, I don't remember a goddamn thing we said. I can still remember that Man's Best Friend argument. It wasn't really a serious argument. I was fucking around, but
it was just funny though because the table split exactly. Where it was like you and BJ were like, no, fuck that guy. And I was like, no, fuck that dog. That guy didn't do anything.
We don't get moments like that where there is a fake but legit split on an opinion of some sort where we can just totally just go at each other like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always think of that, but
maybe that's why toilet wine people like, because like half of us were like, no, toilet wine, I do it.
3/4 of you were rightfully so about toilet wine. I was the one defending.
Defending the virtue of toilet wine.
I was defending the virtue and the cleanness of the tank part of the toilet as an apparatus to make alcohol.
Right.
Yeah, and then someone sent us a link of people making Pruno. But they wouldn't drink it. They're like, you could die, so no, we're not drinking this. So I'm like, you went to all the effort of making this, and then you didn't even drink it.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
It looked horrible. It looked, it looked like the most horrendous thing ever.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I sent you the link to the Modern Rogue episode about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Where, just straining it. They were like, oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You got any?
Well, mine would be funnier if BJ was here, but my favorite part of it is when you motherfuckers go home.
No.
I'm kidding.
Guess what? Your favorite part happens every week.
I know. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
You're so lucky.
No, honestly, I think my favorite part is I will always have a soft spot in my heart for the situation that created my ability to make the Gold Man Sacks joke.
Oh, okay.
I've said that before with other like anniversary episodes, but honestly, I think that my favorite cumulative experience with the BMFcast was when we perfectly, I think it was all four of us chimed in when I think we were doing Chill Factor, and we perfectly went around the table and went, Skeet, Skeet.
Oh, yep.
Skeet, motherfucker.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yep.
It just went around. Oh,
Yep.
it was so beautiful and not planned, I promise you.
There have been one or two of those where we have all like done the right thing in sequence, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, no planning. That
Yeah.
was completely natural.
Yep.
And it was magical.
Yeah. Hey, you should write in and tell us your favorite moments, and then we'll put together a clip show.
Yeah, we'll do that for 400. No.
Yeah, we'll be like, well, let's go into this walk-in freezer, and the door shut behind us.
Are we going to create a bottle episode?
We're locked in the freezer. Time to reminisce.
Oh, a bottle flashback episode, even better.
God.
A bottle clip show, yes, the best.
Uh-huh.
Technically, every one of our episodes is a bottle episode.
Yeah,
we have never left this location.
No.
Well, except for once.
Once.
Yes.
We
We got a new set. We switched apartments like in Friends.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I mean, the first, what was it, first 3 or 4 we recorded in your living room? Like, we set up a table in the middle and sat
They
around
don't know that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, we did the studio. The studio thing happened pretty early.
Yeah, it did.
Because by Robot Jocks, we already had a studio. But
Yeah.
the first few were just kind of like figuring it out.
Yeah.
That's what I can't figure out. There's some shows where the dudes like they just sit on the couch holding a microphone, and I don't know how you get any audio quality doing that.
Just get a fucking tripod, man.
Yeah.
They're cheap.
Yeah.
Get a boom arm tripod at the very least. At least your mic will not be moving all over the place like this.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Otherwise, movies that we push on people.
Oh yeah, that.
Might not be your favorite, but you always recommend it.
I'll go first. I know I'm skipping the order, but we just talked about it. I've tried to foist Moon upon lots of people.
Yep.
I mean, I take a temperature gauge. You know,
Yeah,
like
Moon is a good one.
But I like that, and I was like, if you like Moon, maybe District 9 from the same time period, same year. You know, it's like, you know, your taste. It's completely different movies, but very different and very good sci-fi of that year.
Yeah.
And Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is the other one. Like, depending on the person, because it's just indie enough that people are like, I know the people in it, but I've never heard of this movie. Well, you should. So that's it.
Recently, I would say The Good Guys comes up a lot. I've had people come to me as like, "You ever heard of this movie, The Good Guys?" I'm like, "Yeah, you should see that. It's really great." And they're like, "Oh,
You mean Nice Guys?
Oh, yeah. Shit, sorry.
Yeah.
The Good Guys is a pretty good TV show
right.
that I've recommended, but yeah, The Nice Guys, sorry. Yeah, because people are like, I like Russell Crowe, but I don't know if is he funny? I'm like, yeah, the fucker's fat and he's funny. That's the best.
Yep. Fat Russell Crowe is the best Russell Crowe.
He's the best version of Russell Crowe right now. He doesn't take himself too seriously, or he might, but I don't know. He's not rocker Russell Crowe anymore. So, but it's hard to. I think it's harder to champion stuff now. One, because we do this, and so it seems like every week we're championing something, and then we just move on. So I kind of think back to movies that I would push on people when I was working in a video store. And there's 2 movies that we always had like one copy of, and I still to this day will tell people to watch, even though they're pretty much impossible to find. One is this movie called Cold Blooded, which I think Michael J. Fox directed, and it stars Jason Priestley. It's just about a hitman. It's one of those post-Pulp Fiction kind of things, but it's really, really good. So I championed that for a while.
I've heard of that. Are you sure that's what it's called?
Cold Blooded. I believe it's all one word.
I've seen a Jason Priestley as a hitman movie, and I didn't remember that being the name.
I believe that's it.
Okay.
The other is this movie, I think it came out around 2000, called The Settlement, which is a John C. Reilly insurance scam kind of movie, and it's just one of those twisty turn things, but with a good sense of humor to it. It's not stupid, silly John C. Reilly, but it's darkly comic.
Yeah,
I really like that movie too. So those are 2 that I will. If they ever came out on like a Blu-ray, I would just be like, "Oh my god, you guys, you just gotta see these. You just got it.
Yeah.
This is so good.
It's so good, man."
So,
yeah, mine, Out of Sight always comes up, which is my favorite movie anyway. But I was talking with Steve like the Bird about it, about how it kind of has a little bit of something for everyone. Like there's something for just about anybody to like in that movie. And to me, it is a huge litmus test of whether we will agree on movies or not.
Right.
Because I know people who are like, I didn't like that movie. It was dumb. Nothing really happened. I'm like, all right, well, I hope you enjoy your life and you can fuck off and just never come back.
Yeah.
So I do that. But
Fuck off.
Yeah. But I take it personally. But no. But to me, that's always a good judge, and it always feels like if someone appreciates movies, they're gonna appreciate that movie, and if they don't, then I know that just like I don't even need to bother.
Yeah.
Let's just movies are not something we're gonna be able to talk about. It's kind of how I hate to put it that way, but that's kind of how it feels when I do that. And the Limey is in the same token. Like I will always recommend the Limey because I think that movie's fantastic, and you got Terrence Stamp doing an awesome Terrence Stamp thing throughout. And Detention is another one that it's a BMFcast movie is like it's one of those where it's like people either get me or they don't, and that movie really is going to show whether they do. And I always have to warn them, the first 10 minutes of that movie is the most off-putting part of that movie that sucks. But once you get past that introductory section, the rest of that movie is fucking phenomenal. And the last one's probably Scott Pilgrim, more for just whether this person's on my wavelength or not type thing, because that is very much a love it or hate it movie, and I know there are plenty of people in this world that hate it, and I don't blame them. I don't quite get it, but I don't blame them. So those are the ones I tend to use as a judge of, okay, who, will this person share my tastes in some way?
Yeah. I even try to sometimes meet people in the middle. I'm like, all right, you like big, dumb things, like at least try Fast 5. Like if you can't get behind that, we're going to have nothing to talk about. Like, because I mean, sometimes I do just like watching a brainless movie and I can be like, all right, if, settle down about the latest rom-com you saw, like, like I'm not going to get that into it, but maybe I will have seen it. But,
right.
Like I try to meet people somewhere. Like I like a lot of different kinds of movies, and it's just some people, whatever the last thing they saw was the best or worst thing they've ever seen. So, you're not just going to be able to have a conversation with them.
And I'd say the most recent one for me would be Kubo and the Two Strings, because I'm just like, that's just a phenomenal, well-told movie. Regardless of medium, this is just, it's a phenomenal movie, and it's the reason I love movies. So, it's one of those that you want people to watch because you want people to catch some of that joy that you had watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks though. Like, I mean, when people know that you're a movie guy and they come up like, "Hey, we got anything to recommend?" It's like, "Oh, fuck! Like, where do I even start?" Like, I usually try to come up with like a couple questions just to be like, I got to take a temperature here. Like, have you seen this? Okay.
Yeah. Like, how do you feel about?
I mean, usually I'll just take the easy way. I'm like, hey, name me something like you want to see something else like it, and maybe I can go from there.
Yeah, I do that a lot too.
Like, what kind of things do you like? What do you want to see more of?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of so many of my recommendations are, or what's your tolerance for violence?
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's
like Total Recall. I'm like, Total Recall is just one of the best badass action movies that actually has more going on under the hood, and it's one of those cases of knowing how, also like seeing how people interact with the movie is, they can go, man, they fucking shot up a bunch of people and there's crazy shit and get your ass to Mars, and they'll like geek out on that, and then there's other people who'll be like, holy, like they'll want to discuss, okay, did that actually happen to him? Was it all a dream? And that's when you're like, all right, now I know I can talk movies with this person. Or you can just go, yeah, that was badass, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there's room for both, but that's why I like movies like that where there's room for both.
It takes all kinds.
Yeah. Doesn't it? I think we had another. Anyway.
Thanks for that insight there, Chuck.
Yeah, thanks, Chuck. We had another voicemail from him that came soon after that.
Oh, okay.
But I figured we'd get...
Hey, BMFcast.
Sorry. I just figured we'd answer his questions and then get to the short follow-up.
Hey, BMFcasters. This is MC Wagner calling again, this time on the road between Urbana and Indianapolis. I realized about an hour later that I never gave you my examples of movies that I like to force on other people. So my two examples are Session 9 and Ginger Snap, which are two horror films I came across by complete chance and always felt that they should be better known and more widely appreciated. That's all I had to add. MC out.
Okay.
Yeah, Session
There you
9
go.
is great. That is a still to this day underappreciated thing. Like at some point, I figured that movie was going to get its due, and it never. Like it's still in that little like cult circle of, you should see Session 9. Aside from that one GIF of David Caruso, you should really see it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how we feel about stuff like Ninja Busters and, you know, like Super Fights, where we're like, how come Miami Connection caught on and these didn't? You know, or like King of the Kickboxers. You know, like we watch some of these and we're like, how do people not go nuts over these?
Yeah. If Super Fights, if like there was some sort of Blu-ray restoration of Super Fights and that thing came out, it would catch on. That would all you need is like 3 or 4 websites who, you know, are connected. You know, the ones people will run with their opinions of, because no one gives a fuck about what we say. But you know, fucking AV Club says, "Hey, have you heard about this movie called Super Fights?" And suddenly everyone be like, "Oh my god, Super Fights! This is so good."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but that's what we want.
I know.
You know, and that's why I wonder about Detention. You know, it's like, how did that not catch on? How did Torque not catch on? It's like there's these very small pockets of people like us that are like, man, people need to fucking watch this movie. And like whenever anything comes up that's even remotely like that, they're like, yeah, but Torque, you know.
But Torque.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised, like when Harlow and I were looking for movies to do that were Fast and Furious knockoffs, that there aren't really any. Like, no one has figured out how to successfully rip those movies off. Even before they went fucking nuts. Like, just the car racing culture bullshit. Like, how no one really, you know, copycatted that stuff well.
Yeah.
Like, Torque was as close as it got, but Torque is fucking insane compared to the early Fast and Furious
Torque
movies.
is just Joseph Kahn having as much fun as he possibly can
Yeah,
with that.
but like when Torque came, like I never saw a single thing about Torque. Like when that movie came out in theaters, and all I ever heard people say was, it's a Fast and Furious knockoff. And it's like, oh no. They go into fucking CG warp speed at the end of that movie.
Torque is like almost an auteur type thing. Like Torque is someone with a very clear vision, taking that material and going, how can I make this mine?
Yeah.
Which is what Joseph Kahn seems to do with all of his movies, which makes me really want to see Bodied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what we found was like there were several that we had seen on Netflix throughout the years. And it turns out they were like all Asylum things, so we just didn't even bother because we knew there'd be garbage. And not even try anything.
Yeah. Asylum, it just seems like now like their horror films are the only things that even we should consider trying, because some of them are actually really good because it's limited and
because it works with the budget.
Yeah.
Like whenever they try to do, you know, giant robot ripoffs of
Transmorphers.
Yeah, I mean, like any of that shit just looks terrible. It just looks anytime that anything they try to do on a scale just looks fucking ridiculous. So yeah, it's the, you know, that like the Paranormal Entity thing is the perfect example of a movie that cost $12, but you can still do cool shit with it because it's literally nothing.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right. I got one email left.
Okay.
This one's from Patrick, who said, "You had to be born someday. September 6th is a pretty good day to be born. You can prove that by acknowledging how many cool people were born then. For example, Michael Winslow, who made us laugh to tears, providing great voice work to many otherwise unwatchable movies. Or Idris Elba, an actor so cool that even a fanatic KKK member would want to have his babies. Or Max Schreck, whose interpretation of Dracula is still among the best in movie history. Or Rosie Perez, who... Okay, fuck Rosie Perez. Among those people is someone who doesn't make movies, but certainly makes shitty movies sound funny, and he's doing that in a cool podcast with some other cool dudes, and his name is Mackie. Happy birthday, Mackie. If today is your birthday, otherwise have a good day anyway. My regards, Patrick, but seriously, fuck Rosie Perez on any day of the goddamn year."
Okay.
Is that like have sex with her, or
I'm not
disregard
I mean,
her?
if that's an option.
The way it sounds, Patrick.
You think talking some shit?
Yeah. But thanks, Patrick.
Oh, it's your birthday? Tomorrow?
Yeah, the day after we record this, but a couple days before we post it, yeah.
Aw.
So, yeah. So thanks, Patrick. I didn't know I shared it with Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Like growing up, it was always like Jane Curtin and I'm trying to remember, and Michael Winslow. who I've met, but I forgot to tell him that that we shared a birthday. But he probably would have been like, and then walked away. That's kind of what he did anyway. So.
Okay, this is totally random. I'm just going to throw this out there because I had this thought. When you guys were in school, like maybe junior high or late elementary school, did you get like these dot matrix printouts of like things involving your birthday?
My birthday never happened during the school year.
Oh.
Thanks for reminding me.
Are you talking about like the on this day in history type thing?
Yeah, kind of like that, but they were all tailored to something about you. There were at least 2 or 3 years in a row where we would get these kind of like weird computery printout things. I very much remember this from like junior high of like people born on your birthday, people who died on your birthday, things that happened in the year you were born, that kind of thing. Like I have no idea what the point of it was or who was sponsoring it or why we did it, but it was like this big thing. No?
I don't know.
No.
I never saw anybody get one of those. And
Okay.
I didn't, unless it was like stealthy and they, I wouldn't have seen somebody else's.
Okay.
Like they were recruiting you for the CIA or something.
I don't know why
like
this.
you're on a list.
No idea
like
why
you're
this
being
happened,
watched,
So
listened to with a chip in your head. I don't know. Whatever
Yeah.
happens.
we also got weird like matchmaking things.
Matchmaking things.
Yeah,
Like eHarmony stuff?
kind of. Like they would just. I think this was all just random bullshit, but they would like print out these like, here are the people most likely to date you.
What?
Yeah, but this was like junior high. It was really weird and made
Were
everyone.
you in a cult?
I don't think so, unless I've completely blocked it. But I remember like several years running of getting these things, and then like no one took them seriously except for like the 4 people who thought they should take it seriously. And
Christ, we're like almost the same age. I mean, me going through middle school was like, don't touch your privates to someone else. You'll get all the things.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying
like
you should
like babies and AIDS
Yeah.
and babies with AIDS. Like somehow you won't get AIDS, but your baby will. I mean, seriously, like the idea of them even like remotely encouraging hooking up is like
not hooking
ridiculous.
up, but
well,
just,
whatever in any way, shape, or form.
I
Because if you touch lips, you're going to get mono. I mean, seriously, my whole entire childhood was like, don't touch anyone else. You will fucking die. Don't do the drugs
All
to,
right.
to dull out the pain of that you can't touch anyone else. You will fucking die.
Okay.
Maybe I went to a different kind of cult. Like
Yeah, I mean, you went to just the no touchy cult.
no touchy, no drugs.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I never had any of that. I just had like this is what happened in the news on your birthday in 1942, and
But was it a printout? Was it like something that you were
no,
given?
it was more something like my parents had.
Oh,
or something.
okay.
I don't know.
So weird.
Yeah, I guess I also shared Naomi Harris, who's Moneypenny in the new Bond movies.
Oh.
Lauren Lapkus of Jurassic World.
Sure,
You know her. You'd know her.
I would.
You would. Trust me. Otherwise, yeah. Swoozy Kurtz.
You're still looking at other
Man.
people that share your birthday.
Jesus.
You're gonna do mine next. Do
I
mine
like
next.
that he listed Michael Winslow first, whereas on IMDb, Michael Winslow is number 20.
Well, he's number 1 in our hearts.
Yes.
Machine gun noise.
And yes, and Jane Curtin has dropped to 26. Her star meter
Yeah,
plummeting.
it's unfortunate.
Damn it. Get back out there, Jane.
But anyway, yeah, Idris Elba. I'll take that.
Yeah. You probably never heard about it when you were a kid because there was no Idris Elba when you were a kid.
Yeah, and no one had seen Luther yet, so
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
like nobody knew. But now they do. So anyway,
Yeah.
Wait, are you older than Idris Elba? How old is
No.
Idris Elba?
he's 4 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want to email us bmf@bmfcast.com. Check out bmfcast.com for links to all our social stuff, Facebook, Twitter. Join our Discord app, which we also have a link to that, which is chat amongst fans and friends. And I think the best part of that is I've seen, like, some days just none of us can check in. Like we get too busy. And then we look and people have had like these long, super involved conversations about movie stuff and general BS. And it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it can exist without us. Please join and have your own chats. We will be there when we can. We are quite often, but
Yeah.
Some days
Yeah.
we're-
But usually there's one of us in there because it's usually during work time. And we're like, I don't feel like working. I'll just pop on the Discord.
Chat it up.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And another cool thing,
Mm-hmm.
patreon.com/BMFcast.
That is a very cool thing.
Yeah. $1 gets you bonus exclusive BMFcast extra early stuff. $5 gets you podcasts that you do not get anywhere else.
That's
so check
right.
it out. Yeah. And there are other levels that give you other stuff, but either way, check it out. Patreon.com/BMFcast. It supports us, helps pay all our hosting fees, and
Acquiring movies, all
Yes.
kinds of things.
yeah, we have so many freaking movies thanks to that. That's helped a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So thank you
Then
for
we
those.
sometimes turn around and give them right back out. Like,
We do.
Like MC Wagner or whatever his name was tonight.
More than likely, yes, he's going
Well,
to be hearing from us.
Defaulting. Well, no, we had some emails, I guess,
Yeah.
too. So.
Yeah.
MC Wagner.
But yeah, he called us on the Garfield phone,
He did.
the BAMcast hotline.
Mhm.
910-5-JACKS-BMF, 910-556-9263.
Yes.
I remembered that
Yeah.
from BJ saying it every week, which I'm still kind of surprised at.
You sure did.
But yeah, give us a call. You'll be on the show.
Yes.
We'll talk about what you talked about, but hopefully give you some insight into us.
Right. And it doesn't have to be when you're driving cross country. It just always is.
It sometimes that's just how you got to do.
Just careful, when you listen to us, don't go blind driving or whatever. Don't
That's the
laugh
best advice.
Don't laugh yourself blind.
Don't go blind driving.
See, that's
The
why we're not.
BAMFcast.
That's why we try not to be nonstop polarity.
That's true.
We
yeah.
we don't want to ruin lives.
Right.
We want to just enhance them.
That's why I'm never funny. I don't want
Enhance.
anyone
Yeah.
to ever die.
Same here.
Yeah. Well, let's get out of here, shall we?
Let's.
I'm Harlow,
I'm Mackie.
I'm Chuck.
and this is BMFcast out. Bye, motherfuckers.
Yes. Good night, motherfuckers.
I forgot we had to fill in all the parts that VJ does.
Motherfuckers. And thank you, Evan. Yeah. So we'll see if my birthday party happens on Saturday, or if
Yeah.
a hurricane ruins it. Gotta love that.
I think you're going to be okay.
I hope so.
We'll all be
As
okay.
long as my wife doesn't panic, and as long as nothing happens down south, honestly. Because
It's going to happen down south.
yeah, but I
That's
mean,
just a given.
nothing happens to her family who's down there. Because yeah, that could be bad.
I honestly think, looking at the track at this point, it's going to go into the Gulf and then come back across. That's the worst of it we're going to get. It's tracked so far past the tip of Florida at this point that
I hope so.
like that whatever's supposed to push it north has yet to show
Do
itself.
that?
So they've been saying forever that something's going to push it north, and nothing has done that.
So why does it hit the Gulf and then turn around?
Because
Why doesn't it just go to Mexico?
Because they keep saying something is going to push it north.
Okay.
Because Guadalajara won't do.
But you know, I mean, God, worst case scenario, that thing just keeps going.
Yeah, you
through
don't
the
want
Gulf
it
of
to
Texas.
hit.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, we'll take the leftovers. Send them our way.
For
Seriously,
real.
we fucking handle it. We can handle a cat 1 or 2. Come on, that ain't nothing. I'm fucking asking for it.
Don't Lieutenant Dan this.
I am. Come at me with your goddamn storm. That the best you got?
All right. So, yeah, I guess we'll know more about the storm by Thursday morning, I'd say, and I can say whether we can do the podcast that day. I'm going to try and watch it. I'm going to try and watch the first half tomorrow and then watch the second half on Thursday.
Why don't we just wait? I mean, it is a two-parter.
Yeah.
We'll know... Because, I mean, like, if there's a 50-50 chance by Thursday that something's going to be up then why watch them Thursday and then have to wait until, like...
Well, it's. I mean,
Well, I'm saying I'll know by Thursday morning.
yeah.
And I don't
Thing
mind
won't be
rewatching
happening
the
by
first
Thursday.
one if I have to, because I know you watch them both day of,
I usually
no
do.
matter what. I don't know how you do it, but
I try to. I can't guarantee I'm going to be able to watch it day of. So I usually like try to watch it the night before.
okay.
No, I mean, thing won't be happening Thursday.
No,
Earliest we will see any wind will be like Sunday morning.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
saying if I were to have to leave town or anything like that,
Yeah.
but we'll definitely know by Thursday morning what the hell's happening.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. All right. Good night. If you're still online.
Unless it like does a like straight north, like then maybe Saturday we might see something. But
yeah, I don't know. I just want to have a birthday, Jerry. I think we're gonna be okay here.
All right. Good night, everybody. Toodles. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
Stay classy.